Well, we're all here. Ian's on and thinking about a feat, hopefully.
Yep. That's the dream, anyways.
Left one.
And as we are using the new inspiration system, of which I will be nice this session, since it's session 2, and remind you all that you should have 2 after last week, because none of you used any.
You would know. You watched.
You guys work together as a team. Recollect.
Hey-o.
Tell us all the story of what I have to say is the best first session of any campaign I've ever played in. So, good job, guys.
I have to agree.
It was
very
I feel
fun.
Shane should probably be the one to kick it off.
Yeah.
Because it opened with Flare, right? Or did it open with...
No, it was Flare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opened with...
Almost like
I'll leave it to Flair to start it off, I think.
There you go.
It's almost
Sure,
like I knew
yeah.
what Flair's personality was going to be ahead of time. I decided to use her as a vehicle for the story.
Also fair.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
I was
You
like,
know
how do I
everyone's
get these people together?
personalities.
Nobody chose to know each other except 2 of them. I'll just have Flair meet everybody.
It was cool because she grabbed everyone together and then brought them to the 2 players that have been, 2 characters that
And
have
it felt-
been doing this,
Yes,
quote unquote.
it's
And it felt
almost-
fucking
it's
natural,
almost-
too.
It's almost like I made this character specifically to be very friendly and very, very,
And
with
once
very
again,
strong desire to have everyone join together for something.
and once again, Shane makes a character that becomes the heart of the team that will die because he'll walk in the wrong direction.
It's funny you bring that up because Kevin was like, Weston's just mad at me for what happened last week. He was like, I was like, not really. I just wanted to see yada yada. And he's just like, well, it makes sense for my character. It's like, yeah, but you know, it also doesn't make sense that my character is hanging out with any of you. But it's how D&D works.
Yeah, there's
So,
got to be a little
you
bit of
know-
suspension of disbelief with that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
It's true.
But it's fun.
Anyways.
Go on.
Kick it off, Shane.
Okay. So we started off in Emeritus Station. Flair was following her GPS/heart to the solar flare, conveniently named, where she knew she had a job waiting for her. And on the way there, she almost got pickpocketed, but she took pity on the little sneaky thief and actually willingly gave her money. On the way to the ATM machine,
Mm-hmm.
she saw a very large and out of place Caltall break through the crowd, and that scared off the little thief. And she talked to him briefly and found out that they were going to the same place and that they would probably see each other later. So she learned his name was Senguasan, and she made a note of that and happily moved on towards the solar flare. I'm just going to let the person who's next handle this next.
Caltall? Senguasan?
So after that, we cut to Ronan and Zed.
Did we? I thought you
Yeah,
guys
their first scenes kind of happened at the same time, and Shane just went over all of it.
True.
Well, I was-
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, we open with Zed and Ronan looking longingly at their ship.
And Officer Brady making fun of us.
Yeah, Officer Brady making fun of, well, more Zed.
Really?
Just 'cause-
Just you?
yeah. I think he's afraid of you, so not afraid of Zed. And basically just pointing out this isn't the first time.
Yeah.
13.7 times to be precise. Misdemeanors. And we find out that basically to get our ship it's 55k credits, and we decided, I mean, we can go get a job, and we know where to find a job, so let's head over there.
Boy.
Yep. One second, I turn on the camera, apparently.
After that, it cut to...
Cut to Bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it cuts you a very out of place to Callum who got asked for money, asked for creds by a hobo, and vehemently denied him. And yeah, was very out of place and did not know where he was going.
But he was pretending.
I love I love the fact that this party has a character who will give money to someone who tried to steal it from them, and a character who won't give money to someone who's asked for it. The dynamics are juicy.
Eventually, he met Flair and our little robot friend.
Nice.
Yeah, that was who we cut to next. We cut to our robot friend. It was just Ian, I think.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm on the feats page, but at that point, we cut to an adorable little droid. Surrounded by strangers in a big bustling city, including a small child staring and letting his ice cream melt, who Isel approached to inquire about, at which point the kid freaked out and him and the mom left. And Isel decided to skedaddle. And then bumped into Flair, a warm, friendly face in an otherwise dark and scary world.
Emphasis on warm.
And the two hit it off and headed for their mutual location destination.
Yeah, in case it wasn't clear, Flair is dating all of you, so...
Got it.
I actually
That's how it
understood
works.
that immediately.
Zed's already dating everyone he talks to, so that's fine.
So
Yeah, that was also
Worked
pretty
out.
clear.
Pretty clear, yeah.
it was
As long as
Isel
everyone knows.
and Flair, and they met up with Voss, correct?
Yep. Voss tried to
Yeah,
offer
we did.
Flair money to because he realized that he fucked up, or quote unquote fucked up by not getting directions from the hobo. So he did that.
And then in a comical scene, he turned and found that he didn't need to pay money because it was right behind him the whole time.
The whole time.
The solar flare was in his heart the entire time.
That's right.
Indeed. They ended up finding their own seat, even though they were given like a little.
They asked to be. Yeah, they went to the hostess, and the hostess was like,
Yeah.
there's a seat over there. And then they see two figures ominously just walk into the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Definitely not important, though.
No.
And then it cut to us as they're sitting like at the booth, being friends, and it's just you and I
Twiddling our
twiddling
thumbs.
our thumbs.
Wonder when these assholes that have accepted our gig are
the
going to
Guy
show
Ritchie
up.
movie that week.
That's great.
And then we cut back, and Flair was like, I'm tired of sitting here. I'm going to go find those two, because they look good.
Well,
No, I think you
We went
guys.
up to
You
the-
guys.
Boss
guys
went to
asked for
the
directions.
bar. Boss went to the
No.
bar. Was like, "What's those?"
Isel, yeah, went to the bar, and then
Boss
James
followed.
went up after.
Buy the
Yeah,
most expensive
I
drink.
bought the most expensive drink in the bar for the guy.
for the owner of the bar.
Hey, he didn't know any better, I guess.
I
Yeah,
like to have one shopkeeper per session rip off James. That's like, or per
Yeah.
campaign. Just
That's
rip off
cool.
James. That's my goal in life.
We got it out of the way in the first session this time, guys. It's good.
But Matt, he
That's
didn't
exciting.
hate, he didn't hate a bard, so it wasn't a true shopkeeper.
That's true.
That's true.
And I didn't hit on anybody, okay? So
Everyone
don't
in
go
the
down that
Sunday
road
campaign
already.
thinks I hate bards. It's hilarious.
No, we don't think
Does.
you hate bards. We think your shopkeepers hate bards.
You think your world hates bars?
Yeah, seriously. Our last bard died in his sleep.
Yeah,
He was
you sure
sleeping
did.
in hell. We should move on from this.
Sleeping in hell.
No,
Yeah,
let's
you
talk
fucking-
about it.
you fucking disappeared, Faldrin.
So,
We never
Corey
went to
deserved
find him.
the group ended up going into the elevator and meeting up with the two veterans.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
It was
And-
Destiny.
It was Destiny.
I make my own
Destiny 2, actually. It was
Yeah.
Destiny
Oh
2.
boy.
Yeah, more dedicated.
They all introduced themselves one way or another, and
A lot of finger pointing.
a lot of finger guns, and eventually Toma Eloy showed up and wanted us to transport some goods.
This man's went with. You got 2 luckies in the party, boy.
There was nothing else that fit. Sorry, continue.
He wanted us to transport some
Ugh.
cargo
Sonic Blaster
to
proficiency.
the red light district, and told us not to open it up. We reminisced a bit about somebody potentially breaking his jaw in the past, and then we moved on from that. He asked us if we wanted to have another new person, some muscle light, and we agreed because we're just like more bodies, easier job, and yeah, Tosh. After
Tosh too.
having left the solar flare, we met up with Tosh, who, as we were driving, or as we were starting to get on our way, was just like, "So what does everybody do?" And we quickly went over more or less what everybody does, and then we
One of
were.
us was kind of silent.
Yes, one of us was kind of silent. And then we were attacked just after Isel had meditated for, I think, like 10 minutes and warned us just beforehand.
I snapped out of it and I was like, "Look out!" And then this truck came out of nowhere.
That was pretty cool. Combat ensued. Some people got shot. Some people didn't get shot. A person crashed their bike, I believe.
I definitely forced the guy to drive into a building.
Yes.
Yeah. And Sanderson got fucked up.
Yes,
With
dude.
some good
He's a big target.
moving around, we
Bullets
managed to make
are
it
my
out.
only weakness. Okay.
Yeah, my only weakness is that I'm big.
I'm gigantic.
Yeah.
We all lived. Hey, we
You know?
made it past the level 1 combat, which is the most terrifying time to be in any.
The healer got down in episode 1. We're good.
Yeah, right. And we just
The NPCs already know to target the healers.
Damn it, they're so smart. Why'd we choose
stopped-
legendary mode? Shit.
just outside of a warehouse, and I believe 2 or 3 of us went to go scout it out. And
Our
then,
NPC did.
yeah, it was the
I don't know if
NPC
you're
and,
talking to us, Matt, but I
Yeah.
can't.
It's Zed. Zed went to follow
Do
him.
you guys remember what the 3-party split is? Because I think it's hilarious that you guys have done that already.
Yes.
It was Zed, Flare, and
Tosh, NPC.
Tosh.
Yeah, are you
Yeah,
sure?
I think so.
Wait, no. Flare went to
Flare
go
was
check.
Isel.
I went with
Tosh-
Flare
Tosh went
because you
off
went to go
after Zed
check where
said-
we had come from to make sure we weren't like followed or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and
Zed
I said
said
I'd
we should-
babysit the
yeah.
children.
Zed
Hmm.
and Tosh are leaving
very
to get into and check out the warehouse that you guys are parked behind.
Yeah, Zed said we should
Isel-
check it out, and then Tosh went off ahead of him.
Isel followed Flare when she said she would. From what I took from what
Scout.
you said, Shane, is you were gonna walk the perimeter basically. You're
Yeah, she's gonna scout and
followed.
yeah.
And then Voss went with the 2 of you. Oh wait, no. Voss and Sanguisan stayed at the vehicle
Yeah.
to watch the cargo.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Wait, where did Ronan go?
I went with you and Flare.
yeah,
Oh,
Ronan
that's
went to
right.
watch.
Okay.
Ronan went to
guys.
defend the little ones. That's what it was.
She's a babysitter.
She said, "I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah.
children." I believe,
Yeah,
Yes,
Zed was
yes.
like, yeah. He just,
which was
Amazing.
brilliant, by the way. All right. So now that we've done our first retelling,
headset dies. Goddamn.
Shane's so excited. What party from the 3-party split do you guys want to start with?
Go with all theirs because I'm with an NPC. So
Okay.
I'll be
Sorry.
last.
Unless he
There's a
killed-
conversation to be had between Voz and Sanguisan. That's definitely going to happen.
Which
I
which
feel
party?
like-
Which party do we want to go with?
Go with-
Nobody cares.
I'm-
Cool. Boss Sanguisan, you watch your party split out in two different directions in front of you, and after a few moments, nobody is in sight any longer, and the two of you are watching over the precious cargo.
All right.
What would you guys like?
He will kind of like, Boz will kind of like study the box, the big box for a second, and then see you kind of like tending your wounds or like resting, whatever, and say, any lasting effects from that unfortunate fall? Just some scrapes and bruises.
I think I'll be fine after a little while.
So, it was good. It was lucky we had some of us were there to help protect you. But shouldn't there have been someone else there to protect you? Are you alone on Emeritus Station?
Currently, yes.
So your Templar is not just away, right? There's you from what I've read, assuming you are a cleric, a man of the cloth, don't you guys always travel together?
That should be
Well,
like.
I suppose it is generally customary.
And he gets it. Like, you see a change in Voss's eyes right then as you say that, and he says, I may have asked the wrong question.
Yes, I believe you have.
So, and he'll kind of like start to say something, and he will shut up and go to the other side of the cargo barge.
How do you make it so the character says something instead of the person?
Just underneath it, it'll say "as," and then you can
Yeah,
click
there's a
on your
drop
little
down.
guy, your name.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped
No
doing it in
problem.
the other
Pizza.
campaign
That was
because we had
pizza.
two characters.
No problem, Weston.
What is it? Bottom.
It's next to the send button. There's a drop.
Everyone do that thing.
Oh,
Really
okay.
quick. It's
Oh, I
it's
see
a
it.
good thing to do.
Zed. Boom.
They're changing the player names
wow.
to the character names.
Where do I do that? I was thinking about conversation.
There's a drop down thing next to the send button by the chat box. You can change it
gotcha.
there.
Got it.
Was that as far as you were going to pursue Voss?
Yeah.
Okay.
As
He-
soon as
he
he
looked
walks
like
on,
he
I'll
was-
just continue tending my wounds. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I realized
Make
what
a
I
medicine
did, and
check.
it looked like he was not happy with me, so not pursue that any farther at the moment.
Is that what you got, James?
That's what I got. I knew it was coming, player wise.
Alright. Okay. You've basically tended to them as best you can. You're pretty sure at this point you just like need to rest.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing. Sorry, I'm looking for something I should have had prepared. Give me just a moment.
One thing, Weston, what was Zed twirling in his fingers last campaign?
Hey, just
Or
his
last
personal
session, sorry.
computer. Just personal computer.
Okay.
Like a phone.
As I walk around the other side of the thing, I forgot I was gonna do this. He's gonna lean up against it, and he's gonna cast minor illusion, and he's gonna put like a little bauble in his hand, and he's gonna start twirling it, kind of like he was at the bar.
There you go.
Just himself.
I see.
Man. Sorry, guys. I realized that I should have dug this up from the old archives before this session started. Feel
No
free
worries.
to chat amongst yourselves. Oh, I just found it. Perfect. Get this up.
Sometimes it's so good.
While both of you are watching it, actually go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Not good. I rolled a 5 plus not a lot.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of like watching out for this area, it's pretty immediate to you that this is actually like definitely like a super low activity place and a really good place to hide out. You haven't really seen anybody. As you guys are kind of awkwardly not making small talk at this point, and watching over the vehicle, oh man, you hear the sound of footsteps across the concrete.
Can I look in that direction, see who it is?
As both of you listen, you turn in the direction of a darkened alley, and a lithe female figure, Gaian, steps into view among the dim light of these kind of like fluorescent yellow lights that are like just kind of flickering along the walls of the warehouses. Did you see? She looks at the two of you and looks around, and then looks back and kind of just smiles softly. Not the two I was expecting to find. Zed anywhere around?
I'll pull my short blade, and then as she says Zed, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Who exactly are you?
She'll step back and she'll pop the two wide collars of her like kind of like very old-fashioned looking red bomber, and she'll just as she sees your short blade, she'll just slowly lower both of her hands to her sides, not reaching towards the pistols you see there, but hovering. And she'll say, "You can call me Mira. Look, I don't mean any trouble. Just tell Zed you saw me. Let him know Caius knows he's in town and doesn't like to be kept waiting too long."
So did you say Jabba?
Caius.
Shut up. Get out of here.
Voss will, in a little more like commanding voice, say, expecting to find somebody here. This is not a place to expect to find anyone.
Yeah, it's a good hiding spot.
Say,
Yeah, you knew we were here.
Sure, Zed can explain that too. And she'll start to step back. She's still facing you, but it's clear that she's starting to walk away.
I would say, I think Zed would appreciate seeing you in person. He's around somewhere. Maybe you should stay.
She'll smile, and as she had just started to turn to walk fully away, and she'll kind of spin on her heels, still progressing away from you guys. Just kind of in one action, she'll twirl and she'll smile at you as she's twirling, and she'll say, "Zed's always happy to see me. Good luck." And then you'll hear her just start to walk off.
I'll look to Sanguisan and say, "That's should we follow or should we stay?"
I'm gonna call out to her as she's walking away. Say, "No, really, I think you should stay and wait for Zed," and I'll cast command.
Ah, you did. Okay.
Oh boy.
I was gonna puppet her back and force her to move towards us, but you got there first.
Save
Yeah.
DC?
It's only 13.
13. You hear her just, and as the last bit of her form slips into the shadow, you'll hear her say, "I have much better aim than those two that plugged you earlier. Don't try me." And as
I thought that they were going to walk the perimeter and see if we were followed. They're not doing a good job.
And as he says that, we're going to cut to Flair, Isel, and Ronan following shortly behind them. As the two of you watch the other group split away, and Voss begin to attempt to initiate a very awkward conversation. You slip through the dim light between the two warehouses that make up the sides of this alley and walk towards where the road is ahead. And how would you guys like to approach, and what would you guys like to do? Sorry, I gotta cut my light on real quick.
I'm just going to.
All right, I'm back.
Just a perception check to make sure that we are immediately safe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't have the bonuses of level 2 yet because we haven't rested, right?
Technically.
Okay.
But if everyone switched to level 2, I will give it to you guys. I don't want us to drag, so. All right.
I thought we might not rest for a minute, so if we either take it now or go most of the session without the second level stuff.
Hopefully you guys get to rest. All right. Are you rolling a perception check? Or you just
Oh shit. Yes.
And you guys are rolling these as you're walking down the alley, or are you waiting until you reach the edge where you can actually like see out into the street?
I would be waiting until we get to the street.
I'm doing it through the alley.
I mean, I'll do it as we're going there also, like...
I'll just take the rolls for the whole thing. So you guys walk through the alley. You don't really see anything. The alley's pretty much only populated by like litter and like trash bins and stuff. As your party reaches the edge and you look out, you see one or two just like civilian speeders go by through the road, another going the opposite direction. And as you look out, you see a few homeless out in the road. And you guys see at the corner, past the last warehouse on this street, which is like 3 warehouses down, you see a small sign. And as you look at it, you see it's hovering over kind of a dimly lit red door in the side of a simple 1-story building. And the sign's blinking. And it takes you a minute because several of the letters bulbs are just like out completely. So you have to kind of piece it together. But you realize the sign says the Grinning Gretch. Pretty much everybody in the galaxy knows what a Gretch is. They're like a rodent that exists on several planets, and is also people have had issues like eradicating them if they've found their way into stations and stuff. And it's because they feed on like vehicle fuel. So they get up in like all your vehicles and they tear them apart and they drink all the gasoline, pretty much. Except it's not gasoline, obviously. It's something else.
So they're like
whatchamacallit? They're like gremlins on Kaladesh.
That's
Or
horrible.
that thing from Lost in
That's
Space.
really annoying.
Yeah, they're super bad news. As you guys are watching it, go ahead and make a second set of perception checks.
Oof, starting out good.
There we go.
Nice.
All of you watch
2 sessions in a row, baby!
all of you watch the door and see it's unaccompanied for a moment, but just a moment or two later, a very large, muscular Kaltal pushes his way out the door and kind of stands out front, folding his arms together in front of him. And you see 2 or 3 people walk up separately and kind of like flash their data pad at him and then step inside. And then you see a 4th person walk up. At this point, Flair, you've seen something shiny like down the opposite direction of the road, and you're just not paying attention anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But Ronan, both you and Isel see a figure walk to the door, and they're wearing a heavy trench coat. They appear to be hobbled. And after a moment, focusing, the light the blinking light above the door stays on just long enough for you guys to see the figure's face, and it appears that it is one of the mercs that was in the last rig that you guys took down. And he limps forward to the door, this heavy coat over him. Now that you guys have recognized him, you would assume to cover up a wound that appears to be pretty bad from the way he's moving. And you see the massive figure like turn angrily towards him, and they have this kind of like whispered conversation back and forth before the figure takes him by the shoulders and walks him around the right side of the building away from the door and into an alley.
Guys, the lights here are fascinating. Look at the colors on that one.
What you're seeing is the outside of a store that's closed, and its window is filled, Flare, with this massive fish tank, but the liquid inside the fish tank is luminescent. So the whole thing is like shining as these fish are like swimming through it.
She is starry-eyed, as we call it.
I believe me and Ronan have seen something more pertinent to our situation.
She's going to say, without even looking at you, she's going to say, what could be more pertinent than something so beautiful?
One of the dead men
Did you see
not
his
staying
face? I said that to Ronan. Did you see his face?
dead. Yeah. Yeah. It appears.
But you said that, so
yeah.
She'll whip around and look at you, and she'll say, "You saw one already? Well, let's go after him."
Yeah.
And she's like jogging in place.
Hold on. We need to. Yeah, the grinning grid. We need to notify the others. And I'm going to calm Zed about the situation and update him. And
I will calm. I think Voss had a calm link too, right?
yes.
we are all synced up.
Yeah, I'll calm
All right,
him.
we're gonna get to
since
that
I
in
know
just a
he's-
moment.
Yeah.
Zed, you follow Tosh, just turning around a corner around the side of the warehouse, the opposite side of the warehouse, to where you see a rolling door that's closed, just like totally shut, kind of like the bay at Target. And you see next to it up a ramp that goes up that probably like 6 feet long, is a kind of like a secure and locked door.
Do I see any windows?
There are windows. They're like circular warehouses, and the windows are roof hatches.
Okay.
Tosh is gonna smack you on the arm, and he's gonna say, "All right, I'll watch you hack the door."
He'll look at Tosh and look back at the door.
Tosh is gonna smile at you and
Fuck up,
say,
Shane. God damn it. Goddamn millennials.
He's gonna smile at you and say, "I'm just kidding," and he's gonna say, "Watch my back," and then he's gonna walk over to the door.
Yeah, he'll just smile and he'll keep his hand on his hand cam, but we won't unholster it. Just looking around.
All right, he will attempt to get you into this. You hear him fiddling with his data pad, which he's now taken 2 separate wires from, and he's kind of like opened and popped the bottom of the pad of the door and like shoved them into 2 different places. And oh my gosh, guys, I can't focus. Jesus. Help me out here. You hear him fiddle with it and groan, and he'll stand up and say, "They don't know. They don't want people getting inside of this warehouse."
He'll just sigh. Do it the old-fashioned way, and I'll look to see if there's any way to get on the roof.
He'll smile at you, and he'll look to the roof, and he'll say, "I could boost you up, but those are probably going to be in the same security system as the door.
Yeah, we try it out. We'll see.
All right. But not both of you can't get up, so only one of you.
No,
will be able
just
to go up.
Zed. Just Zed will go up.
All right, so he'll put out his hands and he'll help you, boost you up to where you can get a holding, and you'll kind of like start to scramble your way up. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Yep. We are 0 on those. Hey! Can I lucky that?
Yeah,
It's okay, because you get to add a d20 to it, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna lucky that. Yeah.
Darn.
Hey, that's better, I guess.
You do manage to get up there with that.
It's not a
Okay.
1.
It takes you a minute, you're not very
900% better.
graceful, and
Yeah.
Tosh is kind of laughing at you from below.
Yeah. He'll just snort. And, yeah, I'll go investigate the,
All right,
roof
go make an
hatches.
investigation check.
Boop.
They're pretty secured. They're definitely tied into whatever the security system is. That's probably standard at this point.
Alright.
It's the future.
Is there like a pad for me to attempt to hack into from up there?
If looking around the roof, you would see that there is a control panel. It's kind of like at the center of the roof
Okay. I'll
for like when they do work up there. All
I'll
right.
carefully walk over there.
Stepping through, trying to like remain quiet and as stealth as you can. Go make a stealth check.
Hey, 11 plus
Roll the
5.
die. That's what the game's for. All right. You're starting off good, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, my first lucky was a crit. That's all I could ask for.
Yeah, for sure. The rest of it all goes downhill from there. The rest of the campaign. Sneaking up to the control panel, you pop it open. You do find that it has a screen and like a keyboard that pops out at an angle. And you could probably hook up your data pad to it if you want to take the security system down.
Yeah. I'll just
All
grunt.
Make a
attempt
computer
to.
check.
That's it. Intelligence.
Yeah, it's an intelligence check.
Without proficiency. Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
proficient.
you're not.
I'm proficient in intelligence.
It's not
So
a,
-2. -2.
Oh, yeah. All right. 19. Yeah, that you would see that you are in the system and you have dropped the security from the warehouse.
Yeah.
The little smuggler you are.
Yeah. I'll just I guess I'd comlink too, just right then.
Right, and actually, yeah, as you drop it down and you gotta give yourself a silent, you smile and give yourself a silent pat on the back.
Mhm.
You get a ping on your comlink from Ronan.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys have your comlinks on like personal call mode, or are you guys on like,
We're on the same. We set it all to
the same frequency?
Isol's frequency.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you can all hear each other, except Sanguisan, I think, who just doesn't have a.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Correct,
for sure.
I do not have
Monday, I promise.
It appears that the some of the
I'm gonna get
opposing
gun.
gang has made it out alive. I
You see
hate
it?
killing hobbled people.
Do you see how
At
many?
least one.
Okay. Well, I opened the warehouse. You keep someone posted outside. Keep an eye on him.
We should specify. We saw this individual
Oh, all right, sorry, I'm
just across the street from the alley in which we are currently hiding. Perhaps
Yeah,
this
it's
is
that really
not the
divey
best
place that you
area.
used to like. The
Did he-
Green Gretsch?
Did he see you?
back. Keep going. Sorry, guys.
No.
And we only saw one.
He knows the bouncer.
We should act quickly. I don't think we should let him get away. He might have.
Boz will come on and say, speaking of letting somebody get away, we got a visitor at the cargo who says she knows Zed. But she
Yes.
walked away.
Gonna have to be more specific. I know a lot of she's.
Her name was Mira?
Here.
Mira.
Mira.
Oh shit.
That bitch.
She can't be that.
She had a big mouth on her, and
You say
she
that?
did not feel like
Yes.
today.
You say that, Flair, and
Yes.
Ronan looks to you with this, like, just absolute malice. Her eyes just go from the electric blue to just deep red.
No. Was it something
That's
else?
a hell of a
Sorry.
feature.
They mentioned Mira, and I called her a bitch.
And I said, "Oh shit!"
For sure.
What
What
is
did
that
that say?
currently happening?
That said, "Oh shit." Well, they said we met a girl. I was like,
Hey, boss was like, speaking of getting people getting away, that we had a visitor at the cargo barge who said that she knew you.
And then, Zed was like, "You're gonna have to be more specific. I know a lot of she's." And they said Mira, and he's like, "Ah, shit." And then Ronan was like,
That bitch.
"That bitch." And then Flair said,
She can't be that bad. And then Ronan's
And
eyes
then Dr. Dre said, "Nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked
He's
in my
locked in my
basement."
basement.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Ian.
That was Weston's fault.
So what have you guys decided to do?
So the cargo bay's open. We have a.
You can get inside without setting off any alarms now.
Yeah.
You haven't actually physically unlocked anything. Just
GM.
dropped the security.
as all this is happening, can I
GM.
do it and see if I see anything? As
Yeah,
James
make a
asking?
perception check. Yes, James.
Can we rewind it exactly? Were we supposed to take the cargo barge here, or did we stop
No.
after we were attacked?
You guys stopped and got off the road.
Okay.
You
We're
We're
have
hiding at the moment.
you
Just making
guys, your GPS, like the locked in GPS on the car, is still pinging the location you guys are supposed to take it to, and you're supposed to get it there, like as quickly as you can, basically.
Yeah.
So the longer they wait, the more nervous they get, but like they didn't give you a specific time frame. So
After all the talking, Voss would probably have seen
I'm
this.
gonna tell Ronan, and based upon like having kind of done this stuff before, Ronan and Zed, you know that like you've probably got 24 hours before they fucking bail and assume you haven't completed the job.
Yeah.
I got a 15 while I was peering into the warehouse.
Looking into the warehouse, you see that the part of the warehouse that can hold your vehicle is devoid of everything. Like whatever like rigs or anything that are kept here have been taken out for one reason or another. Looking past that, you mostly see the other side of it is filled with cargo containers and stuff. You can't tell what they're storing, but there's quite a few.
Okay.
Like a couple hundred.
You're gonna say something, James?
Yeah, Voss would say, I don't know how pulling off a job works on Emeritus Station, but we should not be stopping here, no? For very long, at least.
We're just gonna stop here to lose the trail. Although Mira showing up is not a good sign.
How does she always know where you are?
Is she dangerous
Yes.
to us?
To
She's
me,
dangerous to me.
to her.
Oh.
She said she was a good shot, but she didn't fire anything. So words are just words.
Oh, she's a good shot. Okay. Never mind her. If she wanted a part of this, she would have done something. He didn't see you, the one going into the grinning Gret. Is that the name of it? I'm sorry.
The Green
Grinning
Gret.
Gretch.
The grinning Gretch.
Didn't appear to see them. They don't know for sure, but you guys don't know
Right.
anything for sure.
So I'll also say that he didn't see you going into the grinning Gretch.
From what I can tell, no.
All right, let's. There's nothing inside. I'll turn off the cameras, open the doors. I got into the system. Let's hang out for a little bit, try and lose the trail, and we'll head out again. We need to get going.
I would say if one of these mercenaries that we did not take care of as well as we thought we did, if he is close by, then he could be rallying reinforcements. I feel like we should leave as soon as possible and take a confusing route to our destination.
It could be. We could do that, or he might think we're already on route. If he didn't see you, we could be behind them by the time they leave.
That is true.
Presumably, that
just
would
as
mean
likely.
at some point we would need to pass them.
We can come up on surprise like they did on us.
Or we could find him stop him from getting in his ship, then leave.
Brennan looks at you with an actually like confused look at just like, she for real? Like
Flair's like jogging in place, and she's gonna say, "I'm not gonna hurt him. We're just gonna keep him from getting in his ship."
Right.
Well,
It'd be difficult to find your ship, not where you parked it.
Can we make another round of perception checks, me and Sanguisan, see if anything is coming near the cargo at this point?
Go ahead.
That's better. 17 plus 1, I think. 18.
Are any of the groups that are split up coming back to the rig right now?
I'm mulling it over in my head.
Okay.
Um,
You guys don't notice any other activity. It's pretty dead. People don't come over this way.
Over the comm, Flair will say, if we're gonna leave before they do, we should go like now, now.
let's get in the warehouse. Let's go see if we can make him talk.
I suppose that's
you
plan.
said he had a trench coat on, but we could tell that he was part of the last bike we took down, or do we know specifically
he was
which
just
one he
one
was?
of the mercs that we
don't know specifically.
The two of you that recognized him recognized him as one of the gunners on the rig to go down, the one that the driver got killed by Zed.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin making
Whoops,
my way
not
back.
in all caps, my bad.
The
basic language is a little different.
most of the 85% of the weird esoteric languages from D&D 5e exist in this. Linguist, I think, just gives basic languages.
I think so, yeah.
So that is just each of the
Species.
That's just each of the species languages.
Okay. Thank you.
I get 2 rare languages though, but I think
Fuck you.
So
yeah,
taking the rig around. What are people?
Yeah, Zed'll say, I need Ronan for my muscle if I'm gonna make him talk. And he'll think, and he'll say, Sanguisan's a big guy. Can someone grab him? Have him help put the cargo inside the warehouse?
so. We're not leaving now.
Let's go see what this guy knows. I thought that was the plan.
It was a possibility. Then again, that speeder is pretty cool.
It is that.
And there's a lot of cool sights around here that we can see on the way.
Tasha's gonna help you. He's at the door still. He's gonna help you down. He's gonna help you down, and
I'll head down.
He's gonna hop on the comm and he's gonna say, all right, let's just be inside while we make whatever decision we're making. And he's gonna help you get inside the door, and he's gonna get it rolled up. Sanguisan, Voss, are you guys taking the rig in? You know how to drive the rig, so.
Unless you don't
If
know how
I'm
to
told
drive
about
like
it, I will.
losers.
You
So
can't,
not
you,
hearing
like,
signs.
neither one of you can drive it anywhere near as well.
That's
as
That's
she
right,
did in the
Sanguisan's
combat.
so out of the loop.
Yeah. Sanguisan's just listening to
One side of the
Hear
conversation.
Voss's side of the conversation.
He's the one guy in the group that doesn't have a smartphone.
James. We can't hear you, dude. We can't hear you. Your mic's fucked up. I'm gonna say that you and Voss take the rig in. What is the?
Yes, we take the rig in.
Your 2 groups have met back up inside the warehouse. What are the 3 of you doing who are at the end of the alley?
I'm making my way back.
Making your way downtown. What about the other 2? Isel? Claire?
Yeah, go ahead.
One last longing look at the amazing fishbowl.
Yeah.
You take a picture of it with your data pad?
I was gonna say, can I do that?
I'm good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to make that my background on my datapad.
And because it's retro future, the tech is just good enough that you're able to make it like a moving background, so you shoot a video of it, and then it's just like there moving in the background of your data pad for the rest of the campaign, or until you take a picture of something else, I guess.
Safety.
All right, so all of you meet back up inside the warehouse. Tosh resecures the door, and Zed resecures the other door, and all of you guys are together in this warehouse full of. There's no vehicles or anything, but there are like cargo containers. They're actually fairly advanced. They each have like their own keypad to get into and stuff.
So you positive you saw one of the bikers?
Yeah. Yeah, he spoke to the bouncer and then was escorted around the building.
Flair will hop up onto the hood of the speeder and just sort of like start kicking her feet off the edge, and she'll say, if the plan is to chase him down, he can't run from me. And then she'll like smile.
Come on, buddy.
Just say the word, and I'm gone.
Outside the game, there's a lot of fireworks around, and my dog's freaking out, so I may be in and out every once in a while.
There's fireworks tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's some.
You know, it's funny. I
local
know
stuff.
I know for a fact that last year we played on July 4th because the same thing happened. And
Yep.
Jen was all freaked out all night.
We did.
One of the things Americans like doing is celebrating early.
That's true.
So if
Being
I have to step
dicks
out
to
for a second,
dogs.
that's probably why. But anyway,
Shane, that's called a preemptive strike. All right, who's
Oh
next?
boy.
Who's doing what?
I don't know, Ronan. You wanna head out early, or you wanna try and sneak out behind him? Or we could do what you do best. We could intimidate him.
There's not a lot of fun terrorizing somebody who, well, quite frankly, is just crippled.
Yeah, but he's got friends, and I don't want to see his friends.
I feel
Fair
like
enough.
the longer we wait here, the higher the chance of being found and attacked again.
Well, if he didn't see us, he might think we're still on the road. But you do bring up a good point. We don't know what he knows.
Do you know this grinning Gretsch? Have you been inside before? Is it somewhere where we could get in and out quickly?
Yeah, it's an old
It's a dive.
watering hole. It's a dive. Is there a way, like a back door?
You're not aware of a back door. You know there's a back room. You've never been in it.
All right.
So you know that the Grinning Gretsch is kind of like a club bar. It's not like exclusive to members, but it's a place where pretty much all the gangers that are part of the Tunnel Guns go, and they're one of like the low on the totem pole gangs that
Okay.
run ruckshot around.
Yeah, he'll.
But you also both of you have enough experience to know that most low totem pole gangs have support from larger gangs of some sort or fashion. So,
the less I'm seen here, the better for the group. Mira already knows I'm here.
Is she part of this gang?
No, don't worry about Mira for now. If she
I worry
isn't,
about her. She got the jump on us when we were not paying attention. I worry about her.
she's one to do that. But if she's not making her presence known right now, she's not going to be an issue. I say let's go. I don't want to be seen down here.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Flair will slide off of the hood and jump into the back and just look very eager.
Isle, you want to sit up front with us? He's gonna look over the group because he's looking for the smallest person.
If this is because I took out that truck earlier, I'm not sure I would be able to do so again.
More so because you're small, but if you want to sit in the back, that's fine.
No. If you are looking for someone small, then that I can provide.
You know, Azel, you're pretty amicable.
Why, thank you.
Ronan's just gonna roll her eyes and getting into the truck.
Flair has one hand in a finger gun and the other hand holding it, like she's actually holding a gun with two hands, and she kind of just like starts pointing around with one eye closed, and she'll say, "I'll protect Sanguisan."
Careful with that sharpshooter, as he like opens the door and lets Azel in first.
She'll say, "No one gets past me. Not this time."
Tosh smiles and he's gonna say, "I like all of yours drives. No rest. Let's do this." He hops back in the back of the truck.
Well, you know what they say, Tosh? There's no rest for the wicked.
She would know. She's extremely wicked.
You guys open the bay door and have everyone piling back on the rig, slip back out on the road, and you guys are gonna
Just to be clear, we don't have our second level stuff yet, right?
Yeah, technically you wouldn't.
Okay.
Nope.
Damn.
Doesn't change much for me.
I don't have cunning action, guys.
I don't have ag.
I had another avenue we could have explored if I could use my vacation.
As you guys start rolling down the road, Ronan, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
I can do that. I'm gonna use one of my inspirations.
Heyo. 1 per sesh.
Yep. That's my
Nick's
one.
like, I feel like this can avoid a combat if it's good enough. All right.
Gotta try.
You begin to slip through the roads, finding some back alleys that you can actually fit the rig through to kind of stay unseen and try to avoid other cars. As you guys start to drive, Tosh is going to turn to you, Sanguisan, and he's going to say, "Here you go, big guy." And he's going to pull out a med kit and he's going to give it to you. He's going to say, "You needed the rest the most."
Thank you. I'll start using it to patch myself up, if that's a thing.
And then after he does that, he's going to get up in a crouch, and he's going to walk around in front of you, and he's going to have you slide down, so you're not sitting at the end of the truck anymore. As well. You're looking pretty beat up. And as you guys begin to slip through the night, your vehicle making its way as stealthy as you can through the backloads of the red light district, getting ever closer to the pinging GPS. We're going to take our break. Your stealth check, Ronan, was very good.
Thanks.
As you guys reach about 3 blocks from where the GPS is taking you, you reach another warehouse district, and you see some lights ahead. Go ahead and make perception checks.
All of us?
Yes, everybody can.
19.
What'd you get, Voss?
19.
The two, Ronan and Voss, you're the first to recognize what's ahead, but the rest of you pretty quickly pick up, and everyone realizes, as you see the little bit of traffic that is on the road compacting, that up ahead appears to be some kind of police checkpoint.
We really don't have our level 2 stuff? Damn it.
Flair will say, "Oh, good, the police. Maybe they can keep us safe."
Yeah,
I would say
maybe the police will keep us safe from
not
the
so
smugglers that are smuggling things across the city. You know, the ones that smuggle things.
There's
I wouldn't be so
we should
worried
be
about
careful.
us.
I just
much
looked at
as our
Zed.
cargo.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
I believe we could all be thrown in jail.
Yeah,
Or
55,000
worse.
credits will be the least of our problems, Zed.
New information to you guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of money. What do you need that for?
Don't worry about it.
I'll check the GPS. Is this the only route that we can go?
You see that if you flip the rig around and drive back a short distance, you could probably cut through another alley.
How much would that stand out?
Well, we don't know.
A fair amount.
Assume a lot, yeah.
I would kind of
rolls up to a police checkpoint and is like, maybe not.
Listen, I'll just tell them that you're on
I
work
will
construction
kind of
floor.
like get close to Zed's ear and say, I would say, we do not look like construction workers, though you seem to know this place quite well. How susceptible to credits are these police officers?
That's a question for Matt, but I would assume more than I have.
Yes, it is a
It
question
would
for
probably
Matt, but
take more than you have, but in the red light district, police officers are fairly susceptible to credits.
Let's just
It's
say
Old Town, baby.
Let's just say they're flexible, but I don't have that kind of coin on me. You?
I would say, suppose we did.
I suppose we can make it through then.
Or we could pass through like normal folks. Not suspicious.
I hate to break it to you, Blair, because I see you're a little naive. We don't look like normal folks from the red light district.
Well, we could be just passing through.
I would say
Touring, perhaps?
you stick out just as much, small one, as Sanguisan does, in your own way.
Let's just say there's nothing good to come from the red light district. You guys look too good to be in the red light district. That's a compliment.
At this point, Ronan, you're in a position where you either need to try to aggressively steer out of this line, or just so you know. So you guys need to decide for sure.
Boss, do you know if you have the coin or not?
We could offer him upwards of 400 credits.
Does that sound feasible to me?
That sounds feasible with a persuasion check.
Okay.
That sounds about right. That sounds like it's gonna be good enough. Look at you,
I'll
boss. Coming in handy.
I would say, I spent a lot of credits today. Normally that would not bother me. But and if I were to be so bold, we need this job to go well, I believe.
Alright.
I don't
Good
want to be in
man.
jail.
That seems preferable to it going poorly.
This is a good man. He's gonna look over to Ronan.
Yeah, I've met plenty of men with a lot of money.
I would say, so to Zed, I would say, so you and or I do the talking, I would think.
Do I recognize these guards at all?
I think we're close enough yet, but I'm going to continue driving forward.
I'll let you know who should talk.
Alright, I'll say, fair enough. And I'll kind of like hang out like in the back still, but like
Yeah, the window's still
poking
open.
my head up
so-
poking my head up into the cab, you know.
Yeah, I'll give you a
guys-
sign.
Slow as you get in this line, and one by one, cars slowly pass until finally, your guys' rig reaches the stop. Ronan, you kind of roll forward to a stop, and officers approach each side of the car. The one on your side, Ronan, takes like a large flat flashlight, ignites it and holds it up, and kind of starts to run down the sides of the vehicle, which is pretty standard. And then-
Flair would be leaning with her arms crossed on the seat right behind Isel and just like smiling.
The other officer walks up to. Is the side window down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He walks up to it, and he kind of pokes his head forward, looking in and up, and then pulling his head out, he peers through the back, and he looks at the rest of the people that are sitting in the back. Tosh kind of smiles at him and gives him like a half wave, and then he looks back to you, and he says, "Quite a party in the rig of this."
Is he
Do not
human?
recognize
Or
him.
is he a Gaian?
He is a guy.
I'll snap my fingers towards Voss, and just say, how about you just look past this? Let us through, yeah?
And I'll from the back, I'll kind of lean and I'll say, "Who knows? If I am not mistaken, we could be making your life easier, not harder."
I'll just point right to him as he says that.
He turns and he looks up at you, Voss, and he says, "Had I spoken to you yet?"
I would say, without skipping me, I would say, no, but I knew that I would be the next one you would address because, important people know important people, if you understand what I mean.
Do you understand what he means?
Zed, go to make a persuasion check.
Can I give him
was just
advantage if I
staring
help him?
blankly at this guy. It's like,
Your intrusion isn't helping.
what?
Really?
Not in this situation.
Interesting.
I'm gonna use my last lucky, just because you gotta
You also
do
have
it.
inspiration? Oh, you already used inspiration thing?
No, I haven't, but you gotta use it. You gotta call it before you use it. There you go. Down to 0 luckies.
He'll look to you and curiously back to the people in the truck bed and then back to you, and he says, "For the right price, gotta feed me and the boys."
I'll just
I would say-
point my thumb back to Voss.
Let's say, if it's quite all right with you, may I speak again?
He looks to you. He walks so that he's standing like parallel with you now, and he says, "You're the one that wants through so bad."
Well, I think we want through so bad, but I believe 350 credits should be enough to feed you and your boys for a couple days, and maybe see the sights a little too. And he'll smile.
He smiles and he hands forward kind of what's essentially like a burner credit chip for you to put in your data pad.
Yeah, I will fork over 375, and I would say a little extra for you, and I'll get them. Tell your boys about the 25 extra.
He'll smile and take it back, and then he'll look past the hood, and he'll say, "Let him through," and the gate will open.
Oh, just so you know, there's some ruffians might be on their way.
I would say
He'll
the
look
big
to
guy
you.
took care of him though.
He'll look to
And I'll
you.
point to him.
He'll look to you curiously, Zed, and then he'll put his head on the window and watch you for a moment, and then as Ronan starts to pull the car away and his hand slips off, he'll say, "Where the fuck do you think you are, son?"
He'll just laugh to himself. He'll just laugh to himself as that happens. What's a wise man? He'll say to Heisel.
All right.
Am I wrong?
Not wise.
Or-
I would say not
or did
wise,
more-
just well connected.
Am I wrong? Or did more talking take place than was entirely necessary?
Oh, more talking took place than was necessary.
More talking always takes place.
Look,
I would say
you got,
I'll turn
you got
to
more
Eisel
than
and
one
say-
talker now, Ronan.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm looking
look to
forward
Eisel
that.
and I'll say, maybe next time you would like to provide the 350 credits that got us through here.
It's true.
With count.
His money got us through.
I understand that
That
he's
is-
being smug to a robot,
that is-
but yeah.
That is not within my ability at this time. However, after we are paid,
Okay.
Ronan's just like, alphas.
Flair will she'll kind of like nuzzle Isel's head, even though there's no hair there.
Just like mussing up his hair, except he has none.
Yeah.
I don't know if Starborn have like arm hair or whatever, but
They don't.
all right, never mind. You get goosebumps from like a very mild electric tingle.
Gotcha.
Fire, you feel it give the energy that's like constantly.
Cut out.
It's constantly what you cut off.
Shit.
You feel that like little like static electricity give the energy that's kind of just constantly body a little jolt. Like
Yeah.
you're like, woo.
Yeah, she'll kind of like shiver and just like pat him on the head a couple times. And then she'll sit back and like lean against Sangusun.
Ronan, you continue following the GPS, and you slow as you reach the corner of a left turn at a four-way intersection, and you see that the GPS is guiding you to take the left turn, and then it appears to be guiding you into like the alleys between the warehouses.
All right. Yeah, seems about right.
All right.
I will continue on the
Okay.
GPS path.
So you take the turn. Zed, go ahead.
All right, everyone. These can might not turn out as expected. Let's be on guard, yeah? And he'll pull out his hand cannon and keep it on his lap.
You'll see
What
Boss
do you
will
know
have his,
that you have not shared?
Sorry, I didn't hear that, Ian.
Oh, I said, what do you know that you have not shared?
Oh, it's they might be looking to take advantage of us. Let's just play it cool until we gotta play it hot.
I would lean in and I would say, is this Mira woman going to be here? Be at the rendezvous?
I should hope not. Did she say anything to you?
I would say. She said to tell you that she and another one, I do not remember the name, were here and knew that you were here as well.
He's just gonna look to Ronan.
She will give you a worried look back.
Okay. Let's just yeah, he'll just he'll just close his eyes and roll his tongue.
He said that like just a little bit louder than you guys wanted him to.
Yeah.
Ronan's eyes
Zed
flash yellow.
Yeah, Zed's eyes just close and he rolls his tongue. He's just like, "Thank you." I should hope they have bigger fish to fry. I think they just wanted to get my attention.
I would say bigger than 15,000 creds.
Yes, bigger than 15,000 creds.
All right. You reach the alley that you would need to turn into.
Alright.
You slowly turn the rig into the alley and proceed forward at a crawl. Why don't you guys all make perception checks as you reach the end of the warehouses and you find yourself in another dimly lit open square between this stack of warehouses.
11.
Okay. As you guys pull in, all of you see another rig. Its repulsor lifts softly glowing as it rests in a stationary position, as well as 8 figures. As you slow it to a stop, one of the figures, a female Leonti, kind of smiles, raises a palm, and you start to slow the vehicle. And then 3 more figures, Gaians, kind of step out of the shadows, holding pistols. You can also see that inside of the lift is what appears to be a driver, as well as 2 more figures in the truck bed. each of them have weapons drawn as well.
I'll look back to
And
the
they're
rest of
just
the group.
watching.
I'll look past the rest of the group. As much as Ronan would lead you to believe the otherwise, I am good at this. Let me do the talking, and I'll step out, and I'll just hold my hand cannon. Just
If you
out
need any
and about.
help, let us know.
Sangerson, how about you step out with me?
Well, if you need me, I suppose.
Are you planning on being wounded?
I don't think anybody
don't-
plans on being wounded.
I don't plan on that, no. But keep an eye out.
That was good, Ian. I like that.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I'll kick my door open and just I'll still have the hand cannon in my hand, and I'll call for Sangerson to come out with me.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. The two of you step forward. Your forms lit by the lights of your guys' rig behind you, while the rest of the party kind of watches. And as the two of you step forward, those that are waiting all kind of step back, keeping their eyes as you see the passenger of the other rig, their form, because you can't tell yet, pull themselves slowly out of the rig. And you see a large humanoid stretch back his massive, well-muscled shoulders and kind of shrug them forward. And then you see the figure turn and close the door and walk into view. He smiles as his mechanical hand kind of clinks softly, the fingers rolling together. And he runs his regular guy in hand kind of up through the buzzed mohawk across his head. And he says, "Well, you all got here in a timely fashion.
I'll just sort of overly nudge Zed.
Yeah, he's just gonna have his hand out. He'll have his hand out with his gun, like both his hands out like that. You told me I asked for a job to be done. I'm gonna do it.
Mind if my fellas go check the rig for the cargo?"
I'll look back to the rest of the group and say, "Yeah, just it's there."
Isel just kind of like slowly waves.
How about one of your guys, one of my guys, and I'll point to Sanguisan.
He looks back and he smiles and he calls forward one of the three Gaians, and he kind of nervously walks up as he sees Sanguisan, and then kind of like this stranger who's clearly his boss kind of punches him in the shoulder. "Don't be a pussy."
Yeah, Zed'll just have a smirk.
And then he'll turn back and he'll smile at you, Zed, and you'll see him produce in his mechanical hand another burner credit chip. He'll say, "Once it's in my rig, you get the chip."
That's fair. But I'll keep my eye on his hand.
And you see the Gaian follows you around to the back of the rig's bed, and he reaches up, and you see him reach towards the keypad of the cargo. He taps a single button on it. "Secure, boss." And the stranger smiles at you. "Good. Mind if your fella helps him bring it over?"
Sanguisan, you mind if you help him bring it over? I'll just call out without looking back.
Do I get more for that?
Ignore him.
Tosh laughs. Are you going to help him bring it over, Sanguisan?
Yeah, I will.
Sanguisan relents and helps the man carry it off of the rig.
Presumably doing most of the work.
Yes, he's doing like 95% of the work. It's a pretty heavy cargo.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason I want him to do it.
And Sanguisan and the single crony of this man kind of cross past the two of you and start to walk it around to the back of the rig, and he smiles at you and he tosses you the credit chip.
Yeah, I'll reach my hand out and catch it. Or attempt to.
You did good work. If we were looking for more, would you mind giving me a name?
Yeah. Name's Zed. Reach out to me, I'll be happy to help you out.
He smiles. Good to meet you, Zed. And he turns and he walks back to the passenger side of the rig. As you see Sanguisan, having put the cargo on, has walked back across to you. And
Yeah, I'll wait for Sanguisan to get back in before
the two of you start to back up watching them, and they all start to back up watching you.
I'll get on the comlink and say, maybe get his name too, yes?
He has walked away.
He's not gonna give his us.
You did pick up on that, Zed.
Yeah, as
this
I
whole time, by the way, Boss has been standing with his hands behind, kind of folded behind his back, and putting a face on, but studying his the stranger's features and everything very closely, committing it to memory.
I'm gonna wait till I hear Sanguisan get on the truck before I start backing up.
Okay.
And then I'll just get back in the front seat.
And you guys slowly back your rig up through the alley you came in, and they do the same through the alley they came in. And a few blocks later, you guys have cleared the site.
Plug
you plug the burner credit chip in, and there are 15,000 credits waiting for your.
Would you look at that? And I will distribute it fairly.
They seemed like nice folks.
Anyone who pays us is nice folks.
2,500 each.
How does 7 go into 15,000?
Let's take that calculator out, boy.
Oh, right, 7.
Yeah, you forgot
Yeah,
about.
we got the pub. We got the pub.
That's correct. Each get 22,142. 0.8571428.6.
0.86.
You round that up, right?
2.86
Yeah, 0.86.
times 7 equals. Yeah, that's 15,000.02. I guess here I'll take one less cred.
So what is it? 21 what?
21.
What a benevolent guy
8.2
that is.
point- Yeah. See?
Just to let you all know, you owe him a favor later.
worth 1 credit. Actually, worth slightly less than 1 credit each.
2142 or 21 what? Was it?
2142.
Okay.
Give or take.
As you guys split it up, Tosh will smile and from the back of the rig, and he'll look at everyone and he'll say, "A job well done. Unless there's somewhere you'd rather go, I wouldn't mind. A drop off back at the flare, taking the rig straight back to Toma."
Toma's a good man. Seems fair enough. Anyone else mind stopping anywhere?
There's a
The solar flare
there's a
seems
store
like a
nearby that I
lively
really like
place.
to look at.
Holy shit! Everybody just
Yeah,
I know.
I stopped.
with Isel because I heard Isel first.
I said the solar flare seems like a lively place.
The quicker we get out of the red light district, the more comfortable I'll be.
That and Toma might have another job for us. Seeing how smooth this went.
Boss would say, is it worth going back to that bar to make sure that our faces don't get spread around? Our descriptions don't get spread around.
It's up to you. I like being known. He'll smile.
For the right reasons.
Toma's a dear friend, and he knows I come through, so I look to Ronan. Smiling.
You guys do or do not want to go back to the soul?
Yeah.
Unclear.
Oh, but Flair wants to go to the fish store.
It's not going to be open yet. Do you just want to go to look again?
As long as we drive by it, that's fine.
You want to drive by the place where we know the people looking for this truck were at?
Yeah.
I think Flair would.
Because
I mean, I know
cool
Flair
fish.
does.
Yeah, so let Flair say it, and then we can.
Yeah, that was more for everyone else's
Ronan, you
benefit.
want to stay off the beaten path there? I'm sure you're already on it.
Oh yeah, I thought that was just assumed.
It's more for them than for me. Thank you.
Oh.
Alright. She'll take out her data pad. She'll start very enthusiastically showing Isel the picture she took. Or the video she took.
It does look pretty awesome, Isel.
The GIF that she took.
Oh boy.
Oh, cringe triggered.
Sorry, I have to kill Flair now.
Yeah, I'll just keep my.
Flair falls over dead right after. Seeing
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
just as I
Sure.
remember.
First death of the campaign, Shane. You were just getting it out of the way.
Yeah,
This was my
Yeah.
decoy character.
I'll just keep my eye out the passenger window
Okay.
as we're going through.
It takes a little bit of time because you're like trying to stay off the main roads and stuff. But you
Yep.
guys do make it out of the red light district and back to the solar flare, where we find you guys falling back into one of the large upstairs booths to revel in your first successful mission. Tosh smiles at all of you as the last of you fall into the seats, and he says, well, I got some of my own business to attend to, but who knows? Maybe we'll connect again. You know, you got a job that pays, you can give me a ring.
It was a pleasure
Flair.
working with you.
Yeah, Flair will like put out her hand and she'll say yes, I'm glad we had you with us. And then like without giving him any time to shake it, she'll actually just like put her arms out for a hug and start walking towards him.
He'll give you a hug.
Oh, sweet.
And as he's hugging you, he'll look you to Isel and he'll say, I knew there was nothing wrong with Alpha.
I am of that opinion as well.
To be fair and honest with you, I didn't trust you first, but you came through. Thank you.
He nods his head and he says, don't worry about it. And as he turns to walk away, you hear him say, I didn't trust you either.
Smart man.
And as Tosh leaves all of you at your table after your successful mission, what would you guys like to do? Shopping episode!
Yeah, Zed will look up to the rest of the group and say,
Got a couple hours, that's all I'm saying.
Zed will look over. You guys wouldn't want to, you guys aren't on any, missions off-world, are you?
In a way.
Where are you looking to go?
Where? Well, anywhere, I guess.
Anyone else more specific?
No, but I
That is
second
roughly
that.
my destination as well.
You like look? I'll look to Ronan.
need
Boss will
credits.
say, "Oh, sorry, keep going. My bad."
That was it. No, Ronan's just like
Oh, okay.
Ronan looks to Zed and just says, "We need credits."
It's more of a.
I would say Boss would actually. Was he there when they dropped the 55,000 hint earlier?
No. That
No,
was
I
just.
wasn't there. Okay,
You
okay.
guys have no idea about any ship or anything.
Oh, I know, but somebody
Wait.
said 55,000.
No.
Didn't-
Oh,
Ronan-
that's right.
Ronan
did-
said that in the
Ronan did
tab
say it.
out loud.
I just
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
something about
She did.
55,000.
Yeah, you don't know anything about a ship. You just know that
No.
Ronan said
Didn't
that they
Mira
needed 55,000.
didn't Mira say something?
Mira just said
Actually,
that.
no. Toma hinted that they were having a problem with their ship.
That's true.
It wasn't
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah,
you
Flair
didn't-
Flair asked Ronan what she meant, or she said like, "Oh, that's a lot of money," and then Ronan was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." She's like, "Okay."
Mira didn't say something about the amount. I could have sworn.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Okay.
Ronan
Well,
said
Flair wasn't there when Mira was talking.
Yeah, that was just
They're not.
Sanguison and.
I don't remember, but you know what? I'm going to
No,
watch
she-
this episode, and I will correct myself next
She
week
did-
if I'm wrong.
Hello, Sel,
Don't say
from
anything
the
about
future.
it.
I mean, yeah, Zed will look over the group, so no one is compelled to leave the planet for any reason.
Oh, I'd love to leave the planet
Station.
Station, I meant.
station.
I would say, Boss would speak up and say, well, the credits are relative safety. A job well done. All seemed positive things, and that came about because we were working together.
Sanguisan, make a perception check.
Claire looks extremely excited that you just said that, boss.
He'll,
As the rest of them are talking, Sanguisan, you peer from where you're sitting on this booth over the side towards the levels below, and you have you're kind of like scanning the dance floor, and then your eyes follow off the dance floor towards the entrance as you see three large, adorned in armored red robes. You see three Kaltals step into the club.
oh shit.
Yikes.
Boss keeps going and says,
do they look familiar?
They don't look specifically familiar, but you can tell that
They're wearing red.
make a religion check, actually.
oh,
So make a religion check with advantage. I should have given advantage. If it's still bad, it's on you, though. Okay, that was enough because it's pretty easy. You recognize the three of them as Templars, but they are not normal Templars. They're like hunters.
Whose backstory did we just walk into?
I think we know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Whose backstory just
it
walked in on us?
seems obvious.
Boss would keep
notices them.
going.
Or you can say. I'll go after you.
I was just gonna keep going with what I was saying about like we seem to have worked well together on this, albeit short mission. I don't
More
have
money.
anywhere particular to go, and I would always like more credits because I've never seen this many credits in my life. So
There's
We
more
make a
money
great
to be made
team.
off of world.
We make a
off
great
station.
team, and friends stick together, and friends that stick together, family.
And
What
on
was the
that
last
note,
part?
Friends that stick together are family.
and on that note, Sanguisan's gonna stand up and like try and walk away into a secret or a room off to the side or something.
So you guys see you finish saying this, Flair, and right as you punctuate this like thoughtful response, Sanguisan looks he's looking away, and then he looks at all of you and he stands up and he just walks.
Going so soon.
It's rather important.
Okay, good luck.
Make insight checks.
I've been
Natural
rolling really
20.
well tonight.
but that's a 19. So
Hey.
That's
pretty good.
Flair, you cock your head. His response seems off. And Voss, you also notice this, and then you turn and look back to where he was looking, and
Yeah.
you see the Kaltal.
My eyes will get wide, and I'll say, "Ooh, there are three very large individuals that just entered the flare." And then he'll like watch Sanguisan walk away and kind of like
I didn't like that.
look
sound.
back and forth. Do they look similar? Like the same colors? So they're wearing like same color schemes?
Not as Sanguisan.
No. Okay.
No. Sanguisan wears like bright colors and golds, and they wear like black and red.
Okay. Okay.
Isel is gonna say to Flair,
Sorry, bro. Not what I meant. Realize what I said after.
friends that stick together are family. and then I'm gonna get up and follow Sanguison.
Ohana
That's
means
adorable.
family.
Inspiration.
No one is left behind.
Voss, you seem like a
Flair's
talk.
gonna- Flair will get up and follow Isel, and then she'll look back at everybody and wink, and she'll say, "Don't make yourself as obvious."
Voss, you seem like a talker. Why don't you go distract our new guests for our friend?
I would say,
Man.
I think we worked very well together, but distracting 3 kill tall, that's something that I would have to think about more than once.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
You.
Don't worry about it. I got it. I'll just stand up from the table.
They're like you guys went to the top floor again.
Mhm.
They're like 4 levels below you. They like just walked.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So they haven't even walked towards an elevator yet.
Okay.
They've just come in here and they're like the hostess has stopped them and is trying to talk to them, and they appear to be just really scaring the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if
So
they're
did
farther
they-
away, I would probably get up and follow wherever Sanguison's going to. Like,
Sorry, Nick. what were you
actually,
gonna ask?
no, keep
Do I recognize anything about them
Make a religion
based
check.
off of my stat?
Make a religion check.
That's all I got.
You don't recognize anything specific about them. You don't even really know their Templar, but it is clear to you that they wear dressings of
Of what?
Eudor,
Okay.
the god of war.
I'm proficient in history. Can I also find out any information? Can I make a history check? See if I
Yeah, go ahead.
ascertain anything about them? Oh no, that's a 2 plus 2.
Yeah, you're not really sure. You're not
Nope.
super familiar with
That's
Cal
5.
Yeah, as they all also use on, I'll
What?
walk up to the bar and try and get the bartender's attention.
He's servicing a pretty heavy line. He doesn't turn to you right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay.
They do look out of place, though, right?
They definitely look out of place.
Yeah, I'll still, like, I'm assuming the door, then the bar, and then where they went. I'll try to put myself at the end of the bar, in between them.
Okay. The rest of you follow Sanguison as he ducks off into a hallway that leads like deeper into the side of this level and away from like the railing that looks down below. And you pass like what are some like more private but still like common rooms that are used for like parties, rent them out and that kind of thing, or like large groups of people get housed there. If they can just go berserk or do whatever they want to do. And Sanguison, as you're walking forward, and they haven't all quite fallen in line behind you, but they've started to follow you. Your kind of like towering figure like fills this whole hall. It's fairly thin, and people that are in it kind of have to step to the side as you walk through, and turning and walking out of one of the rooms and turning to face you is Toma, who looks up at you and smiles and says, "Hey, you know what? Your next drink's on me. I honestly didn't think you all had it in you, but you did a good job."
Ronan gives a confused look. You didn't think we had it in us. Fascinating.
That seems distracted.
I'm telling my girlfriend to give me a Toblerone.
Take your
She
time.
doesn't want to share fucking chocolate with me.
That sounds like you could be in for a fight.
Private time, Matt.
Yeah,
Jesus.
she did brandish the knife she was
Yo,
using.
Toblerone. What kind of sex acts are you
Toblerone,
performing?
Yeah, that's some kinky shit.
Toblerone.
Okay,
It's
Claire,
Swedish.
you just keep stretching over there.
Yeah.
I will. I don't have much choice.
Oh, dude, she brought me Toblerone. All right. Sorry, Ronan. What did you say?
When he said that he didn't think we had it in us, Ronan would look at him like quizzically and say, "You didn't think we had it in us. Do I need to reset your jaw again?"
I hear you.
That's it.
No,
Yes,
we're
no,
good,
sir.
we're good. He looks past Sanguisun as you. Because I mean, I
can't
never.
hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
at all?
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the last couple words.
Okay, 1 second. I got an idea.
Oh.
I actually noticed this last week. And I
Fucking damn it.
changed the way I was doing this.
More Toblerone.
More cakes of spaghetti.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. All right, so he looks past Sanguisun and he sees you, not realizing that you were there at first because Sanguisun's huge, and he kind of rubs the back of his head nervously and he says, "Well, I never doubted you. Obviously, it was the greenhorns.
Right.
You know what? You get a drink too."
Mm.
Flair will pop up from
Actually-
behind on the other side and say, "What about me?"
Sure. I didn't think that Starborn drank, but sure.
I don't, but I'll take it anyway.
Everybody
How
gets a
about
drink.
this? You defer my free drink and theirs and give it to the 3 Kaltal that just came in.
You brought more Caltol with you?
Does anybody
Apparently
bring you
so.
more Keltal?
He looks very nervous now.
I am
you
happy
have
to
a
donate
room
my
I
drink
can
as
stay
well.
We got overnight stay rooms. Do you guys need a place to crash? I mean, always willing to help Zed's friends out.
These friends of yours, Sanguisun?
I seriously doubt it.
Mm.
I didn't get a chance to, like, notice the Keltal.
You didn't notice them. Only the people who passed the insight check, like, followed his gaze back to the Caltol. But you knew.
Oh, right.
You want to go look at him?
No.
Should we?
I wasn't sure if it
will,
was something that was pointed out, but
Flair will sidle in front of Sanguisun and look up at him, and she'll kind of like whisper to him, "Should we get rid of them for you?"
We'll definitely be taking
Oh.
the room for the night.
Toma heard that.
at this
Yeah,
point I
she's
will
not trying to hide.
walk over and look.
He'll squint his
That's a
eyes
Caltol.
and he'll say,
I
last room
Do
on
not-
the right.
wish for any bloodshed here.
Oh no bloodshed, no bloodshed.
I don't
No,
wish
no.
for any either. Last room on the right, guys. Let's go. I'll send you drinks, okay? Just don't kill anybody in my bar.
I would
wouldn't.
look at.
I wouldn't think of that.
I would like kind of see that Isol's like been helping us out with like observing things, and I would lean in and I would say maybe some of us should stay outside the room to watch.
Isol has
That
turned and
sounds like a very. Oh yeah.
he has
I
turned
went
and
to.
started to walk back already. So you
Okay.
follow him.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah,
who's
I'll-
going
and
to the
I'll
room
catch
and
up
who's
with
not
them.
going to the room?
I'll catch up with them and
I'll
say
go
what
to
I
the
said.
room.
I'm
Dangoson
also
goes.
going to go
Oh,
to the room,
oh,
but I'm
I'll
going to
tell,
stand
uh,
outside of it and act as a bodyguard.
I'll tell Toma before I head to the room. If you give them drinks, remember. And then I'll say in Kaltal, praise be to Udor. Is that
He'll cock
phrase
his,
in that language?
he'll cock his head and he'll repeat it. He'll repeat it back to you, but it's like when a Mexican hears a white person speak Spanish. It's like real bad, you know.
Yeah. I'll say that's fine.
He'll nod his head. Let me go see if I can do a little intercepting for you. So Sanguisun goes to the room. Voss and Isol go back. Ronan, you go to stand bodyguard at the room's door.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Zed,
Yeah.
you had to wait until he finished serving the people he was serving. But then, what do you want to say to the bartender?
I was just gonna say, can you get Toma's attention, please? It's an emergency.
That's weird.
He'll say, "You got it, Toma," and you'll see Toma walking back out of the room just behind Isol and back out of the hall behind Isol and them.
Perfect.
Isol and
Look, there's gonna be some Caltal walking in there. I'm pretty sure our new friend isn't too fond of them. I'm gonna try and run distraction. That cool with you?
Can't hear you, man.
You're silent.
there it is. All right. I gotta get used to switching to push to talk. he'll look at you and he'll say, yeah, you run distraction and my fucking beautiful dance club will burn down. How about this? Okay? I sent your guys to the last room on the right. There's a window. Pop it open. You'll see just below you a maintenance hatch with a ladder that leads down the backside of the building. How about you guys just leave and nobody dies? Because we've danced this dance before, and I love you, but shit always blows up everywhere you go. Okay?
Toma, you're the man. I'll just pat his back and start heading out that way.
I would look at.
As this is happening, Isel, you're walking back out. So go ahead and make your perception check. And Voss,
Yeah. Was I in earshot to hear? Oh, I got a 19 or 18. I'm sorry. My perception. Could I hear what Toma said, like about the hatch and everything? Was that close enough? Still silent.
You caught just the end of it.
Okay.
So you're not quite sure what they were talking about, but it sounded kind of like they were talking about you guys just leave.
Okay, I would say. I think the gathering of information and observing these Keltal might be a smart idea too. I think a couple of us will stay here and see what goes down, and then we will leave too. We do not wish to make.
As you're looking down, you see that they're still talking to the hostess, and they appear to be like showing her a picture on a data pad, but it's too far away for you to make out what they're showing her.
I think our. I'm just gonna start heading towards the room, and as like he says that, I think Sanguisan wants to get as far away from here as possible. I'm gonna keep walking towards the room.
Can I make a history or religion check, or do I not like notice anything that
Make
would
a religion
merit it?
check.
Okay.
You can tell that their Kaltals, it's their armor and robes are distinct enough for you to know that they're in service of a church of Eudor, but you don't really know more.
Alright.
So as you turn back, Toma's going to look at you, Voss, and he's going to pat you on the shoulder, and he's going to say, look, I told Zed, old friends, I'd try to run distraction. If you want to stay, that's fine. But I can only risk so many bodyguards before I just have to let them kill you if they don't like you. So, good luck.
I would say they don't know me. They don't know why I'm with a Keltal.
Fair enough. So you're going to stick around?
I'd look down to Isel and I would say observation is probably still good, yes?
Wait, what?
Voss wants to stay and watch
see if we can glean any information. That's all. And I'll turn to Isel basically to say are you cool with staying and observing?
If our goal is to avoid attention, perhaps it is best if we join the others.
I would look a little downtrodden about it and say are we we're not finding information, but if I'm not gonna be the only one that stays, he'll kind of sigh and he'll say, "Into the farthest room on the right." Then
Toma will watch you walk away, and as you do, he'll call out, "Stay with that guy. He's the smart one." And then he's gonna turn and straighten his collar and start to walk towards the elevator. All right. So the two of you trickle in behind everyone else into the last room on the right. Ronan, are you gonna stay outside?
At least for the time being.
Yeah, I'll pass by Ronan and just give her as I walk inside.
Flair will kind of just be like observing everybody as they like go into the room and whatnot. And then she'll see Ronan stick around by the door, and then she'll kind of like mosey over to the other side of the door, and she'll turn around and like about face and stand still, and she'll just sort of take up a post there.
Alright, so everyone,
she's like
very Ronan is inside.
She's like very obviously standing up straight.
Yeah, as
you close the door.
As the door closes.
Alright. So Ronan closes the door, and the rest of you are in.
Okay. Oh, Flair's outside me, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think they're both standing guard. Yeah. I'll look over everyone. It looks like more than one of us has some unwelcome company. I have a ship. We can get it. I would like to take a bit of a rest since our last adventure. And he'll just like smirk. But I can get us off world. I'll look over everyone.
That would be ideal.
Ideal for you and me. And I'll look to the rest of everybody else.
I would say.
I believe the rest of us were open to anything.
I can't, like, you'll see Voss kind of like looking at Sanguisan and like not saying anything while other people are talking, and then finally he can't help himself and he'll say, "This is quite the coincidence considering my failed attempt at conversation with you earlier, Sanguisan. Would you like to shed any light on why 3 of your people entered the bar so quickly after our job was finished?"
It's gonna be awkward, isn't it?
Well, let's just say they follow Udor, and I don't.
Not
that
awkward.
Like shake his head.
As he says that, we cut to outside the door, where Ronan, you're putting on your best tough bodyguard show, and next to you, annoyingly, Flair is like rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I was about to say she stands still for about 8 seconds, and then she just starts like rocking back and forth on her heels.
And then you see her start to like play with like little bands of star stuff between her fingers. And like she basically just starts doing like shit kids do in the back of class when they're bored. She starts taking pieces of her comlink apart and putting them back together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back inside. Keep going.
I do not mean to pry so much, but it is, like I said, too much of a coincidence.
Maybe this will be saved for when he's not being hunted. Then I'll just like look towards the window.
I would turn to Zed and I would say, "You say you have a ship. Can we use it immediately, or was that what the exorbitant amount of credits that was mentioned before would be for?"
Well, that has nothing to do with that. Just right now.
Insight.
Deception?
Make a deception
15.
check.
Well, 14 insight.
20 deception.
He seems to be being genuine.
So kind of like give you like a sideways glance and he'll say, "Then getting off world as quickly as possible is probably the best solution."
I agree, and I'll hit the comms and say, "Just let's go" to Ronan, but Flair can hear it too.
Yeah.
Then we shall rest on the ship.
Yes, rest would be good.
I open the door and allow Flair to go in first.
The two of you.
Yeah, she like
Two of you.
runs in a little bit too quickly.
Ronan, we're gonna be taking the ship. Is that good with you? And I'll start opening the window.
You guys have a ship?
Yes, we do. Then I'll jump out the window. I'll jump out the window.
Vaz is staring at Ronan. Vaz is staring for Ronan's
Hey,
reaction.
I seemed genuine.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you don't. Your
expression
suspicions
is
are more
pretty
or less
blank.
cleared. And fortunately for you, Ronan has resting bitch face even on her birthday.
Yeah.
It's like Corey level, just like all the time.
Should have seen him playing Mortal Kombat last night.
Oh
Oh,
my
boy. Anyways, Yeah.
Well done.
Yep. A lot of those. A lot of those.
That's what he says when he's upset about a loss.
Oh god, it's
Every
so
time.
funny.
It
He
was
finally
great.
took me in a set last time. I was so proud of him. All right,
Shane and I were
anyways,
trying not to laugh.
It failed.
so you guys are gonna hop out and go down.
Yeah.
It doesn't really require any checks. One by one, you guys slip out and make your way down the kind of just like rusted metal maintenance staircase to the bottom floor of the building, just outside of its walls. And you guys look up and down a dimly lit alley. And what exactly is the plan?
Where is your guys'
That's a good question.
Ronan, lead the way to where the ship is.
Bus Ronan.
Oh man, Ronan's gonna activate her mask and start walking towards where she knows the ship is.
Okay, so if you just want to go and get the ship, you basically go back to where you are in the docks, okay? And the impound is essentially like along one of the sides of the docks. There's like a whole bunch of levels where they just have secure locked like parking lots for these impounded ships. To get through it traditionally, you go through what's essentially a police station. That's the only way in or out. But the dock is like a massive vertical space. So I mean, the only other thing you would have the only other way you would have the knowledge of getting it immediately would be to like find a way to climb like several hundred feet across the gates of these different levels and then find a way to break open the gate and get inside. Or you could find a way to go through the police station. Or you could do more research. But that's the only thing you're aware of.
Ronan's got a grappling hook. She'll be fine.
Ronan does have a grappling hook.
I do have a grappling hook.
Nobody rolled a character that's especially good with computers, though, right? Just
I don't
hilarious.
think so.
Actually, Isel, I don't know. How are you with computers?
I
I was definitely expecting
mediocre.
I was definitely expecting a hacker character. Nobody did it.
Nobody did it.
I think that's why, because it's just like kind of, almost cliche.
I know. I was really excited. I was like, man, there's going to be a lot of difficult situations because of this, and I like it.
Yeah, who would make a hacker character in this? That would be absurd.
We'll just Star Wars it. We'll shoot every port we can open. That'll go really well.
So those are the only immediate ways. Find a way to walk through the front door of the police station, or find a way to scale all the gates across the locked parking lots to get and figure out which one yours is in.
So the plan is we go and get our ship, Zed?
Don't act like you haven't done this before.
Right.
Where do you have it docked?
Or is it
Sorry.
docked at all?
It's docked. Flair, can you play Damsel in Distress at all?
Her eyes light up and she says, "Yes!"
Perfect. Anyone good at computers?
It's hilarious because here I'm like outside and there's just crickets. After you answered that, I just heard crickets and I was like, "Oh god, so great!"
I'll just say, okay, it's up to me. Got it. Cool. Flair, if you could play the damsel and distract these guards, I'll try and find out where my ship is parked. Yeah.
I like that plan.
I think someone else should run distraction just in case there's a couple. Ronan, can you play a damsel in distress?
Flair looks at you with like the biggest like puppy dog eyes.
And Zed is just smiling at you.
Man. Ronan looks to you and she looks very upset.
Sure, malice.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take pot shots at the station and see how that goes.
I'm gonna look over at anyone. Can anyone else distract? I knew that was too much for Ronan. He'll have a smile on his face.
Do you have anything in mind?
I don't know. Missing your... Do you have parents? I don't know. I'll look at the other two. He'll power device. Boss, you could have gotten mugged. Yeah?
I would say I think I could play the part, yes, and I might have something up my sleeve in case of emergency. No guarantees that it will work, but I am good with influence when I need to be.
Perfect. Alright, let me go in first. I'll say I'm there to check in with somebody. Then we'll have Flair walk in, and then we'll have you walk in. Good?
Say, I don't know about good, but it is a plan.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys want to head to the impound?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I love this kind of stuff.
Alright, so it would take you guys a little while because you're on foot, but after about 45 minutes, you guys reach the entrance of the impound. It's a pretty large it's essentially like a pretty large police station. Zed, you're going in first?
Yeah.
Alright, as you step through the entrance and look around, go into a perception check.
5.
Alright. Observing, you see that in this like lobby space, there appear to be, I don't know, probably like 20 to 30 civilians. Around the rest of this lobby space, you see about 15 police officers in this room. You would also look up and you'd probably see like 3 to 4 security cameras that are obvious.
Okay.
Is he the only one that walks in? Well, what's the plan exactly? I'm sorry.
He was gonna walk in first, and then you guys were gonna follow after a few minutes.
I was gonna scout it out.
This station houses the whole impound, so there's like a lot of law enforcement.
Yeah.
I would spend a little bit of time trying to like use a random cloth or whatever to kind of like wipe down my arm, or like take a little bit of like that forced dirt off of it, so it looks a little bit cleaner.
All right, you start to try to clean off the previous
Get nice
stuffing
and
that you did.
shiny.
Everyone else is like waiting across the street in the alley.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
What do you do as you notice all that? Oh, sorry. What do you?
I'm gonna hand my credit chip to. I'll hand it to Isel, and I'll say, "Keep this safe. I have a plan."
It's your what?
My
Credit
chip.
Oh, I will guard it with my life.
I'll go on the comms and say, "Flair coming in 1 minute," and then I'll walk up to the front desk. Say, "Hi, I'm the owner of the Valentine. I just wanted to know where it was located," and have a smile on his face.
A fairly young female guy police officer smiles back at you, and she says, "Oh, sure." And you'll see her start to type away at the keyboard of her computer. She'll look up at you and she'll say, "You said the Valentine."
Yes.
First and last.
Oh.
Not everyone has a first and last.
Yeah.
Comms aren't open though, right?
Yeah.
Or are they?
Comms wouldn't be open. I would have closed them after I said come in.
It
It would say Zed. Just Zed.
Makes sense.
Simple enough. She types for a few minutes. She smiles and she looks back at you and she says, "It's a heavy price. That'll be in secure lockup.
Secure lockup.
I'm actually not allowed to give you that location, but if you come back with 55,000 credits, I can.
Well, I have the 55,000. I just want to know where I got to go deposit.
Oh, that's great. And she'll smile, and you'll see her take a small electronic device and sit it up on the counter, and she'll say, right here.
Oh, I deposit here, not at the ship. How do I know it wasn't damaged at all?
Because you're the criminal and we're the police.
Oh, this isn't my first time. And he'll like point to like the thing. He'll point to the thing. You guys have returned it damaged before.
Yeah, I saw that.
God, it's like the DMV.
I believed it when I saw the complaint file. She'll say, "Give me just a moment," and she'll get up and walk away from her seat. What would you like to do?
That's exactly what it is.
I'm gonna go. Just stand.
You turn your back and sigh, trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
Flair, you are now entering.
I go to start entering the building, and I'm going to turn around and I'm going to hand my data pad to Isel as well. And then she'll kind of like kneel, or like she'll kind of like bend down to like be at his eye level, and she'll say, "Hang on to this too. Just trust me." And then she'll like it.
She walked away, correct?
She did walk away from her desk.
And there's a computer on the desk too.
Yes, there is.
Okay, cool.
No big
Flair
deal.
will. Is the door to the building closed, or is it just like two open doors or whatever?
It's
would I
like
have
a
to
double
open the
door
door?
that that slides open when you reach like a close enough point.
Okay. She's going to still outside. She's going to run around in circles about 10 or 11 times to get a little bit short of breath, and then she's going to like run up to the door like really anxiously and wait for it to open. And then
It opens just a little too slowly.
Yeah. She's like very anxious about it, and she'll run in, and she'll just kind of like put her hands on her knees and start breathing heavily, and then put a hand up, and she'll say, "Someone, please help! All my things stolen, please."
Make a performance check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is destiny and add a d6 to this roll.
Hey-oh. 15.
Ooh.
You stumble in and you give this performance, and the civilians all turn and look at you in surprise as the police officers that are in this direct room start to rush forward to see if you need aid.
As this is happening, I'm gonna stealthily turn the screen towards me.
It's not like it's not that easily accessible. You would need to like reach in through the window and try to like angle yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
They
that.
have one of those.
Yeah,
I have one of those
Make a
like
stealth
Windows XP computers.
Make a stealth check.
that just like doesn't move.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
All right, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Yeah, I'll take that 22.
That's almost the exact result I got for my inspiration roll.
I have to make like so many perception rolls. All right.
Hey, they're distracted.
Yeah, they are. All right. You start to reach through, and you kind of lean in and you reach through, and you see that she's still on the page she was on when she was speaking to you.
Yeah.
And when you scan it, your eyes fall on the impound location of the Valentine, and you hear the door that she left through start to open. You slip back through, and you now know that the impound lot your ship in is C-242 red light.
Got it. Oh yeah, we'll slip back out. And do I have a general idea where that is?
you know that like when you if you walk like all the way around to the other side of the dock on the gates that like bar like the area that like the ships are raised into the impound and taken out of, they say the different impound like each of the lots like numbers on the gates. But you've never seen one that was C24 242 red light before.
Okay. Yeah, as she comes back in, I'll just pretend like I'm waiting for her.
All right. She doesn't come back in. An older, middle-aged looking Leonti in a little bit finer uniform sits down and smiles, and he says, "I've been asked to take over. And were you looking to pay your fees today?"
No, I don't have that kind of coin. I just was interested in how I would go about it. How much do I owe?
1 second, please. 55,000 credits.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll be back later, I guess.
Sure you will.
And I'll walk out.
As you start to walk back out the door, and the guards have just finished. Several of them have rushed back in, and they're apologizing to you, Flair. They can't find the person that has stolen your things based upon the description you gave them.
She's just like hysterical, like she's just like crying profusely, and she keeps crying about like her vacation photos being gone.
Oh,
Voss, as you're about to enter, you see Zed exit back out.
Yeah, I'll look up to Sangerson and I'll say, "All right, just follow my lead. You will be the muscle." And then I'll like turn back towards the front door and like I'll stop. I'll say, "Never mind."
Yeah,
Maybe
I'll just bring my fingers, like, follow me.
And as the rest of you start to curve around in the direction that Zed's leading you out of where you were in the alley, you see Flair step out, one last officer with her, and he's kind of patting her on the shoulder, and he's like, and if you need anything at all, feel free. As he's like putting his information in your data pad.
I'll look
and
to
then
Ronan.
He just kind of watches you walk away.
I'll look to Ronan and I'll say, I know I hate kids, but she's got it, man.
She'll thank the officer, and she'll just kind of start walking, and then she'll like wait to see that he goes back in, and then she'll walk up to everyone else, and she's like wiping tears out of her eyes.
They're all like glowing white liquid.
Yeah, and she'll just be like white. She'll say, "Oh, that was more emotional than I thought it would be." I almost believed myself there for a second.
Flair, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
We'll say thank you at the same time. I'll look to Ronan. C242 red light district. Yeah, or C242 red light.
Is it always red light?
Isn't it specifically never?
As far as you guys were aware, all the vehicles are impounded here in one of these lots.
Yeah.
But if you walk around and you look at the gates, you see that they all are numbered C- and then a 3-number combination, but none of them have any other signatures after that.
Interesting.
After I say that, gonna assume that's in the red light district, yeah?
We were just there.
Why would it be in the red light district?
Let's, I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that. These cops aren't the, straightest arrows, and someone might be wanting to get my attention.
So this is your fault this time. Oh wait, it was your fault last time. And the time before that.
I'm not the pilot.
Yeah.
I didn't get caught.
Well, it wasn't my mouth that wrote a check it can't cash.
You know what?
Holy shit.
There. And I'll look to the rest of the group.
Can I, before I meet up with them, I'm gonna walk towards the police station just by myself and kind of like take a look inside and scan around the room. Can I make a perception check to see if there's any dekalm in there? Matt?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
No, it is forbidden.
Natural 20.
It is
21.
There is a Dekaln. There's actually
Okay.
there's a Dekaln officer.
Okay.
There's one Dekaln officer.
Okay. Good
He
to know.
appears to
Thank
just be a standard officer.
you. Okay. Good to know. That's all I want.
Alright.
I'll meet back up with him.
He's just racist and cares about these things.
Yep. Definitely all I care
I
about.
mean,
He just wants to make sure that his
you're
people
the
get
Kelm,
represented.
so yeah, like,
Got him.
As I walk up to the party, I'll say, if this plan of getting it back by going to the red light district does not work, I may have a plan. But we would have to come back here.
He's not your kind of Dekaln. Just to let you know.
I know.
I would imagine any second attempt would be significantly more complicated after a first unsuccessful attempt.
I would say
Unsuccessful.
No, it was successful.
you did find out where it was.
I got my vacation photos and my money back.
I would say a second a chance, but maybe in a different way. It might go better. Hopefully, we won't have to.
Let's
It
keep our
probably
distance
won't
from
work.
him. We can keep our distance from him. I mean, no one knows he's with us.
Just a thought.
So what do you guys want to do?
Go get your ship.
Anyone got 55,000 credits?
I have 2,142.
I have a little more than that.
Well, it's decided. Let's go get my ship.
Alright. So you guys just want to head to the red light district and try to find it?
Unless
You have no idea we're in
Voss-
the red light
I
district.
I would assume it's during the cops, like the cops of the light district.
You've never seen them have an impound
Okay.
for ships. You've seen them have impounds for cars. They usually have them like underground underneath their stations. There's only like 3 stations in the red light district, so
Yeah. Okay. 3
You
stations.
seem to be You seem to be on good terms with Toma, and he seems to know more than I, at least. Perhaps he would know the location of such a lot.
That was my first
Perhaps
guess.
a call, though, as that's where we just left.
Yeah, that was gonna be my first guess, but our buddy here doesn't want to really be seen there, does he? Maybe I could send him a message.
There's always Caius.
Who's Caius? Another friend of yours?
It seems so.
Not exactly.
You guys know a lot of people that aren't very nice.
Do you owe him too, or does he owe you?
It's a
Zed?
good question, Zed.
we're gonna go to Whisper really quick.
Whisper.
There's one. The night's still young, boys.
Ned's still young.
Oh man, this campaign has so many possibilities.
It does. There's so many. It's like it's almost like a paralytic. All right, Zed's dead.
And it's just so early, like,
It's dead, baby.
anything could happen, you know?
I need
Yeah,
to
it could
stay out
turn. It
of
could turn out
sight.
that. It could turn out that Ronan's the traitor.
What?
She doesn't have the personality to pull off being a traitor.
Yeah, but they say that every D&D player puts a little bit of themselves in their characters.
She doesn't have the force personality.
Which is why Nick is always a betrayer.
Yeah.
Hey,
You'll never live it down.
one day I'm gonna play into it real hard, and you're gonna really regret it. Oh wait, that already happened, Ian.
Yup.
Yuck.
You're a monster.
You had it you've gotten it the worst, Ian. I'm so sorry, man.
It's my own fault. Like, I was so tired, I just, like, did not think things through that session, like, at all, and I got punished for it.
You got another player killed. two PCs. Insane.
Yeah. I just, like, cannot wait to, like, get to know all these characters through Isel.
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, what, Ian?
I said I can't wait to get to know all these characters through Isel.
Boz already got all of his opinions, not racially about anything. You fucking guys jumping down my throat about that.
Hey man, you played a Dequelm. Dequelm.
It's true. It's true.
A Declan?
Nope. Don't ever say that again. My boy.
And every character in anything that's ever been named Declan is a white supremacist for sure.
Oh boy.
That just sounds true, right? Man, this is quite a combo.
Uh-oh.
Alright. I'll look to Ronan. I don't think
Isel's timing is always impeccable.
Kaius is gonna be an option here. Let's send a message to Toma. I got it. And let's go ahead and take a rest in that warehouse that we opened up earlier, yeah?
Seems as good a place as any.
I turned off the cameras and it's open, so until someone that physically comes checks it, we should be fine. Just keep watch.
There wasn't too much in that warehouse, as I recall. We should be okay.
Should be okay.
There's
And
a bunch in the warehouse. There's like, I told him that there were like.
You said there was like almost nothing.
I told him that there were no vehicles and over like 100 cargo containers in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
James just heard no vehicles and was like, alright, nothing in here.
yeah, there's stuff
The
in
bay
there.
that parked vehicles was empty. That's all.
Okay.
Also, you guys still don't have a vehicle.
Yeah,
remember,
there's
at this
stuff
point.
in there, and but it is open and the doors are off.
And it took us a while to get there by truck, right?
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could
it was
use
a
the railways
combat,
to
so-
get in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, for sure.
You could use the railways to get into the red light district,
could
but you're definitely looking at a considerable amount of public transportation time.
I love public transportation.
Like probably
Claire has a
3
bus
hours.
pass.
Well, I don't want to go back to Toma's spot because of point.
I'm not saying it's a
Saying
bad
something.
idea. I was
No,
just
I know. Hey, he's gonna
making
point to
sure you guys know
Sanguis.
you still need to take the railway.
He's gonna point to Sanguisan. I don't want to go back to Toma's spot because of he's gonna point to Sanguisan. And Caius is a no-go. Look to Ronan specifically.
Mm-hmm.
But Toma might know something, but I don't want to go back there. I'll send him a message, but we need somewhere to rest. We have been at this quite a while. And if Toma's not accommodating, we're just gonna have to find a spot, I presume.
Like a hotel.
It's been a while since we stayed in a hotel.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. How about it? Anyone want to stay in a hotel?
Yes! Only if they have the little soaps, though.
It's so overt. It's covert.
would you like to look for accommodations in the docks or in the red light district?
Well, how far away is red light district?
It would be
3 hours.
Well, that's if you guys want to go
Three-ish.
take the railway like all the way back to where you got to that warehouse to stay in that warehouse. If you don't want to do that, you could probably take the railway and get to like the edge of the red light and find somewhere to sleep for the night in like an hour and a half.
I say we do that.
Yeah, I can vote for that.
Sounds
sure.
good to me.
As long as they have the little soaps.
I'm sure they do.
All right. So your party together hops on the railway. That is 15 creds each. Just to let you guys know.
Got it.
No.
Oh no.
This is where I get you with the ticky tack. Wait until I make you register your
We're being nickel and
register your
dime.
ship someday.
I'm being nickel.
And you guys ride.
We get a rail pass.
Does Zed sound like someone that's gonna register his ship?
That might be part of the fees that he needs to pay.
I figured, yeah.
Your party rides the railway to an hour and a half, and as you step back off into the red light district, here, hadn't planned for this session to go the way it did, of course.
Hey, man, it's just how life be.
People don't think it be like it is.
But
But
it
it
do.
definitely
But
do.
it do.
But
Especially
it
as a
do.
DM.
Your party is showed by Ronan and Zed through the doors of a tall, like 20-floor hotel near the edge of the red light district. As is everywhere in this station, a lot of the buildings are built very high vertically, but it's by no means like a big fancy Hyatt. It's like a pretty rundown building. However, as your party approaches the doors, you do hear music from inside, and as Zed pushes them open and Ronan follows each of them, kind of holding them to show you guys in. You step into a large entry chamber where check-ins can happen and that kind of thing. And just past that, you see like a large open room where guests are eating, as well as there are people celebrating and even dancing to music because they kind of have like on-site entertainment for guests here. It's pretty run down, but you can tell that whoever owns this place is doing what they can. You hear the music start, and what would you guys?
I'm gonna walk up to the front desk and
Some
say,
Pink Panther shit right here. I love
Actually,
it.
Before that, I'm gonna
"Here you
tell
go."
them to tell the rest of the group. Can you all get me a room so the staff doesn't get too good a close look at me? I wouldn't want them giving away anything to anyone else.
Sanguisan, I want to know your story. Plus. And I'll look at Ronan. I'm just gonna say, room for us at least. And I'll walk up and say, 2 rooms, please.
All right, a tall, handsome avatar Nemetic turns to you and smiles and said, "And what will the names for those rooms be under?"
Oh, it'll be Charlie and Delta.
He'll lean in a little bit and he'll say, "And are these people who are looking to pay for?" He'll wink at you. Quiet rooms, Charlie.
No, regular rooms will be fine, thank you.
Why the hell would we need quiet rooms?
You know enough about this area to know he was asking if you should charge more to keep you staying here.
Oh, I thought he meant like sexy time.
No. Those are loud rooms.
Okay, yes. Then he'll nod as he says that.
He'll throw down the charge for you. 2 rooms for the night is going to be 150.
Yeah, he'll just transfer it.
All right. The rooms will be ready for you shortly. If all of you would like to join the fun, a night's meal is on the house.
Thank you.
There's people dancing, right?
Oh yeah.
What kind of dancing is happening?
I mean, it appears that the band that plays here is mostly like a jazz band.
Okay.
I'll walk
So they're
back.
doing,
The
like,
kind that
shuffles and
Flair
stuff.
wants to do. The kind
I'll
that
walk
Flair
back
wants
to
to
the group.
participate in.
Say, I got us, and I'll point to Ronan. I got Sanguisan covered. Whoever wants to bunk with him, you're gonna have to find your own rooms otherwise.
Flair's gonna say, "We'll figure that out later," and then she'll grab Isel's hand and she'll say, "Come on, Isel, let's go schmooze." And then she's gonna
I'm
take him.
certain I'm not equipped for this.
I will smile towards Ronan. I hate kids, but I like her.
To Isel, she'll say, "Don't worry, I'll teach."
Very well.
As they run off, I'll Vaz will shake his head and look at Zed, and then look at Zed and be like, "Speaking of the children, I think I will go get us one more room." I'll walk up to the guy, the
You
medic.
call Voss.
I would say, one more of your, what did you say, quiet rooms? Please.
You got it. 75 credits for them.
Hand over.
All right, you guys have 3 rooms.
Can I use my inspiration on a performance check to see how well I can pull off dancing?
Absolutely.
That is
I'm
the
gonna
best.
use
Right now.
That is the best use of inspiration I've ever seen.
Right?
I'm not even mad. That's incredible.
Oh, perfect.
Like,
Even
you're
before
like
I
that
rolled
hippie
this,
you're like that hippie
Even-
that ended up in like the rock and roll bar, and you're just like
Yes.
waving your arms around slowly, not with the beat.
even before I rolled that, Flair does not know how to dance. That is 100%.
Neither does Isel, but I like to think that he somehow
He picked it up from somewhere.
he just kind of is getting it.
As this is happening, I will go to whatever bar and grab a drink for me and Voss. Because he bought me a drink last time.
Much appreciated.
Isel, you're pretty stiff on the dance floor, but damn, you're a good mimic.
Mhm.
You start to dance around. Flair, you just start doing Flair things. It's kind of like the people in the dance floor area that you're in are now standing back, kind of cheering you on because you're just being ridiculous.
Yes. She's having a lot of fun, though.
And the rest of you are settling into a table.
Yeah, I'm grabbing drinks for Voss and I at least.
Yeah, Ronan's probably sitting at a table with her hands together, and she's just kind of studying people dance.
All right. And those of you sitting at the table, looks like you have a little time to kill. What would you guys like?
I will send a message.
Okay. What do you want to send them?
I'll just say, need help. Where's C242 red light?
It is like an instant messaging system,
Yeah.
but you don't immediately receive a response.
Yeah, I wouldn't suspect it. I'm assuming he has club business.
Sure.
To attend to. But yeah, I'll just say need help. Where's C242 red light? Urgent. And just grab a drink for Voss and I. And I know Rona doesn't want a drink. And actually, Sango-san, I don't know if Sango want one, so I grab one for him too.
I think he downed the one I bought him. I think.
Yeah, I
I
would
did.
grab 3, I guess.
But it's
There's
funny
3
that half the
adults
party
here.
can't drink.
Well, the real adult can't drink, so.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys just want to chill until the room's ready?
After I've had a drink or two, because I'm very, very tired. I've been at 5 hit points this entire time for this session, and so after I've had a couple drinks, I'm pretty tipsy, and I will kind of be like looking at the dance floor, and if Flair's still out there, like I'll stand up and kill my drink, and then I'll go out on the dance floor, and I will use my inspiration to make a performance check.
Hell yeah.
Isel's a trendsetter.
That's not great.
Ian, inspiring wastefulness.
You only get one per session, right?
You only get one per session.
Yeah, I had a stockpile.
Good, like
17 total.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job too. You're
I
able to pick up
will.
the moves.
Well,
You actually look like
specifically,
you've been taught how to dance.
I was gonna say specifically, I will go up to Flair and I will kind of like push my heels together and I'll like put a hand out for her.
Oh yeah, she'll take it.
Okay. And then I will proceed to dance like very high-born style of dancing, if you see it. And I'm only doing that because I'm slightly drunk and real tired.
I'll lean to
Right.
Ronan and say
She
that's
can, oh, okay.
that's a suspicious to Kellen, yeah.
Something about him doesn't add up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I like the way you dance, Voss, but I think you need to put a little more soul into it. Loosen up a little bit.
I would say
The way she's dancing is like so different than any dance that's happening on this dance floor right now.
I will say, I don't know if I know how to loosen up, as you say. And then I'll have one hand and I'll like throw her out like to one side so she spins out like holding one of my hands.
And
And
then
then I'll spin her back and then
she
a more
comes
loose
back.
dance.
Yeah, she comes back to you, and then she'll say, just listen to the music, and let the rhythm flow through you. You'll know what to do.
I kind of like laugh and smile and I'll be like, that is good advice.
Say sometimes life gets a little too serious, and that's why you have to take some time to just be yourself.
Blink 182, where'd that come from?
Y'all see me play the proper air guitar chords? Because I did.
Matt, nobody can hear you.
Nobody can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why that started playing. I was having issues. I'm still trying to figure out.
I was like, man, this part got way more rocking all of a sudden.
Just keep going.
Is there anybody? Do I notice anybody like in the area that it looks like they're looking for a loud room?
Sorry, real quick. The music starts to calm down and people start to exit the dance floor as it turns into kind of like a lounger scene and some food starts getting served out to tables. And what are you looking for, Ronan?
I'm looking to see if there are any people who are
A sex bot. That's what.
yeah, essentially. If there are
yes.
people in this area. Okay.
There's definitely women from Gaian, even a couple Leonti and Averin women who are clearly here, and you can tell that they're looking to service.
Okay.
And there's also a couple Avatar nomadics.
Okay. I was just keeping an eye out.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, Zed is staying up on it, but he's just sipping wherever he goes.
This music is amazing.
I can't concentrate with the YMCA played as a smooth jazz song. It just doesn't
man.
It just doesn't
Just
compute
some
in my
club
brain.
music.
Yeah, it is.
It's just what's playing in the background.
Yeah, just
Club
let the
in the
rhythm go through your
Emeritus
soul,
Station
things.
version of San Francisco, maybe.
You have no idea how many hours of music I've listened to over the last year for this campaign.
And he hated
so-
all of it.
Voss will
Is there anything
kind
else you guys would like to do while you wait?
of like bow to Flair, like a little half bow, and then leave the dance floor and go get another drink and sit down.
Yeah, she'll go find Isel if he's still on the dance floor, and she'll like bring him over and go sit down somewhere.
For sure.
Probably over by everybody else, but yeah.
I would like to dance again in the future.
For you, anytime you like.
All right.
It's fun to stay at the.
No, no.
After waiting a little while longer and sharing drinks together, eventually they do let you guys know that your 3 rooms are ready. And is there anything else you guys want to do before you take a long rest?
I would do a quick perception check as I'm sitting.
Fuck you. At least I can't see you. It's only the
as
voice
soon as
from
they
you, it's
tell
not
us-
the movements.
Actually, as soon as they
That's
tell
true.
us that the rooms are ready, I immediately go up to the room.
Yeah,
without skipping a beat.
I'll get up slowly and let me.
I got a 13 perception.
As the night trails on, more and more people appear to go to their rooms as they're ready. You guys don't really notice anyone suspicious.
Is the clientele like kind of like more posh folk or sort of people?
It appears to be like, because this is on the edge of the red light district, people who have to come here for some reason that aren't necessarily like red light district deep people tend to stay at the edge while they're conducting whatever business they're conducting.
Got it.
Anything else you guys want to do before you rest?
I'll let
How
I'll go up with everyone else. I'll let
How are you guys rooming up? There's 3 rooms.
Well, it's me and Ronan for sure.
I told the kids that I bought a third room and that they're welcome
That's
to
true, yeah.
stay.
I bought the second room for Sanguisan, and whoever wants to bunk up with him.
I like that they're now referred to as the kids.
I love it.
I just want you guys to let me know whose room and
All
where,
about it.
so you can go to bed.
Didn't,
Okay. So
what,
figure
did
it out.
So
did
we-
Sengu-san say that he
we-
wanted a room to himself? That
He
was-
said he
No,
didn't
I
want to
just-
get.
I
You
just
want
asked for
attention.
somebody else to get a room for him.
Oh,
so he didn't have
gotcha.
to go to the
I-
counter
and I did-
and
I-
ask anybody.
I did
So
get
we-
him a room.
We have 3 rooms, right?
Yes.
Right now.
Okay, so I imagine probably be Zed, Ronan, maybe Voss and Sanguisan, and then me and Isel.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That
I
seems
bought
to
the
make
first room
sense.
specifically for me and Ronan.
Yeah.
I'll look at Sengu-san and I'll say, if you would, we could share a room if I promise not to ask any more of the wrong questions.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Excellent.
Emphasis on the don't ask the wrong questions part.
Flair will look at Isel and say, I guess that leaves you and me, buddy. And then like her eyes will light up and she'll say, we can have a sleepover.
Jesus.
What do pneumatics like shut down for like 8 hours or something, or
Alpha Pneumatics do.
Ron's gonna keep watching.
it doesn't say there's a mechanical difference between any
No.
of them that way.
No, I'm just.
No,
But it also
all
doesn't
of
specify.
you have to rest. All of you
Okay.
have to rest for 8 hours.
Ronan will
Okay,
keep
yeah.
watch all night.
Avatar pneumatics bone for 8 hours.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. All right. Are you guys taking a long rest?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Please.
So I just wanted to clarify that before I responded to Flair. And I'll say, is there any significance to spending our unconscious time together?
She'll say, well, she'll say, well, not really, but I think it feels safer knowing there's someone else in the room.
I must say, I have been more intrigued having all of you around this past day. I appreciate all the hospitality you have extended to me.
She'll say, hospitality? Well, of course, we're friends. That's what friends do.
And I am glad for that.
She'll kneel down a little. I know how tall you are. She'll like kneel down a little bit, but, like try to pinch your cheek. But obviously it doesn't quite work. We'll do it.
I'll like do the same to you, but like not actually pinch it because I don't know that that's what
Yeah.
you're trying to do.
Yeah.
His rubber cheek.
Yeah, he's just kind of like I do like a grabbing motion, like against your cheek.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
I would like to point out for you, Matt, because I'm a starbinder, I trance for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's right.
So after 4 hours,
Oh, you're like a morning person.
That's what I was asking, because I thought you had like a rule about like not wanting the like trance mechanic or anything like in it or something, but that may have been something else I was thinking of.
Well, it's not racial.
What we wanted to do is
sure.
we wanted to limit that to make it feel more unique to something specific.
For
Kinda
sure.
like how
That makes sense,
dark vision out of pretty much all the main species. And
Yeah.
just put it in certain subspecies
Yeah.
because we didn't want like everyone to just have dark vision like 5e.
Mhm.
One by one, your parties trickle off to your rooms to rest, and all of your nights go by fairly peacefully. Zed,
Mhm.
you wake up in your bed to the soft thrum of your data pad vibrating.
Yep.
You pick it up and the screen lights up. You punch in your code and you see a single short response from Toma Eloy.
Mhm.
2 letters in all caps. SB. You look at it. The wakefulness coming back to you, and you're almost confused for just a moment because you've just woken up, and then immediately your thoughts fall to the letters SB, the Shadow Broker, and that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I love this party. I love this party so much. It's
Amazing.
I gotta switch to my in title page because I love Cowboy Bebop.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-na.
If you guys are feeling it, we have a stinger.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
But it's only session 2! Anyway.
The large frame of the scarred mechanical armed guy and stoops in through a doorway into a dimly lit room. He motions for his cronies to stay outside, and the door shutters shut behind him. He looks to the other end of the room, into an undefinable darkness, as a voice calls out to him. You said you had something you wanted to tell me. The man's massive form shudders as he hears the voice, and he rubs his hands together nervously. Yeah, boss. I think someone you're interested in is back. Name you've dropped before in conversation. Zed? From within the darkness, a massive, still not clear form perks up and shifts at Zed's name. Oh, Gorm. I've wanted him so bad. Bring him to me. Gorm smiles, and as he chews on the end of a fat cigar, he presses it into the desk next to him. You got it, boss. He turns back to his boys. Get to the car. Zed's dead, baby. And that's where we're going to end our session.
What?
That's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah.